right, we're live here at the station of decapitation without your head. I think we momentarily lost Bill, but I'm sure he'll be returning with us here very soon. The fine folks of Special Needs Revolt, which is out now on Amazon and Troma now. We have director Adrian Esposito.
Hey, nice to see you again, Neil.
Yes. We have the lead of Special Needs Revolt, Nolan Tierce is returning.
Hello.
Hello. And Carmen Olivia Young. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Thank you. My camera will pop on eventually.
All right, fair enough.
I don't know what happened there. I lost the internet for some reason.
Oh, okay. I thought you had enough of me. Like, I've seen this guy for 10 days. Now I got to talk to him again.
He's I'm totally sick of this cat.
We have the villain and co-writer Bill Whedon returning here. Very cool. Yeah. So for people not aware yet, Adrian, could you give them an idea of what Special Needs Revolt is about?
Sure. Basically, Special Needs Revolt in a nutshell is, it's about a Down syndrome. Bill?
It keeps going out of. I'm sorry. Say again.
Okay, so this is starting again. Special Needs Revolt is about, Billy Bates, who is our lead star, Nolan Tierce, who is the first in a feature film Down syndrome action hero, like Rambo, who basically wakes up from a fear coma, that he got from seeing on some vomit and hitting his head in a group home. And then he finds out the country's been turned into a brutal dictatorship from President Kruger, played by Bill Whedon, who has turned the country, all people with disabilities back in institutions called concentration institutions. So it's to Billy, Nolan Tierce here to save the day with his band of heroes who have disabilities, different abilities, and so forth.
Yeah. So, Nolan, how did you get involved?
So, how I got involved?
Yeah.
Adrian had a couple people in mind before me originally, but then when it came down to the present day, today, it was a couple years ago, he thought that I would do a great job.
He's
take
right
on that task. And we did it. We're getting praise and had an excellent crew and an excellent cast.
Was that a lot of pressure to, take on the leading role in the movie?
Oof. It was actually very hard taking on the pressure being a lead. But I kept along, kept my positive energy. Gotta have a positive head with that.
Yeah, 100%.
It was very physically and mentally challenging. Playing the lead role, working with Adrian and Bill and everybody else and Olivia. It was amazing.
You did a great job, honestly. Not just because you're here.
Without a doubt.
Now,
That's right.
Bill, I've heard about the movie for years. It was like a real passion project for you and Adrian. What made this movie so special to you that you really needed to get this made?
Well, I thought it had a great message about disability and people with disabilities being functional, more than functional, being absolutely able to function in the world, and to take action and be an action hero, and then also, of course, there was the political aspect of the film, which I was 100% in line with, which is, I mean, if you see the movie, you'll know what we're talking about. My name is Donald J. Kruger, and I'm the president. Okay, So it's not exactly subtle, nor should it be. It's
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be.
it's extremely out there, and I was happy to be the vicarious recipient of the comeuppance which the real Donald should be getting.
Mm-hmm. So, when you guys make this, Donald Trump's not president again, and now he is. And watching this, it's very eerie. It's just like there's a lot of stuff in this movie that's very close to what's happening in the world. So, that's a weird thing to watch. It's terrible to say, but it's probably good for your movie. But has there been any Has anyone been against it? Is anyone like, hey, I don't like this movie because they're attacking Trump?
I think Adrian and his mom told me that a lot of people who are in favor of Donald Trump actually like the movie. Is that true, Adrian?
Oh, really?
Well, I did show one of the festivals, one of the places that it was screened at was in Long Island City, in Bronx, in New York City. Last year around I think September or October or November, one of those days, and it was at my friend Jerry Landy's cinema on the sound, and it's sort of a conservative area. A lot of people who are Trump people, and when in that area of the Bronx, but what I'm trying to get at is the people that watched some of the people that watched the movie at the cinema and the sound, they were in fact MAGA, for Trump, and they really didn't enjoy the film. They got the humor, and they didn't care it was making fun of Trump on the big screen.
I'm sorry. Is there something that Adrian can do about his sound? Because I'm getting a very like echoey thing or staticky thing. Is anybody else getting that?
Yeah, it's not perfect. I can hear him. I tried to do echo cancellation on my end, but I don't think it's helping too much.
Anybody else? Everybody else sounds fine. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, I'm wondering. Yeah.
Do you maybe have the live stream playing on another browser and it's doing it? Because I noticed there's like a delay because I accidentally had both going at once, and there was a delay that sounded similar. Although you have headphones on, so I don't know if it would do that shit. Ignore me. No. Never mind.
No, it's a good thing. But Olivia, while we have you here, how did you get involved?
Well, that is a funny story. So, sorry. This is bear with me. So it was during the pandemic, and I was going through Tinder, and I was very, very bored. And I came across Adrian's profile, and like I saw Sergeant Kabuki Man in it, and I was like, well, that's someone that I should probably pause on for a second, because I'm a big Trauma fan. And he, I saw his profile, and he was like, you should watch, this teaser sizzle reel that I'm doing. And so like I clicked on the sizzle reel in his profile, and I laughed so hard and so violently that my roommate came out. He was like, I was in the garage, and he was like inside the house several rooms away, and he was like, what are you laughing at? And I was like, Jim, I had to like stop wheezing for a second, and I was like, watch this. And then he was almost pissing himself in the garage. And I was just like, listen, like, I don't think that I am ready romantically for anything right now, but I have to make sure that this movie is made. So I swiped right. And then I was like, hey, whatever you need to have your movie happen, I'll help you. And so then when it came time to do Special Needs Revolt, like we built like a friendship over the course of the years. And then when it came time to do Special Needs Revolt, I was like, well, I said I'd do anything to help. So here I am. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. definitely a great time.
You're in the movie. Do you have other roles? You know, because I know you've made props for other movies like Psycho Ape 2, which is produced by Neil Jones, starring Bill Whedon. But did you did you do like anything else on the film
For Special Needs Revolt?
for Special Needs Revolt? Yeah.
So technically, I wrote a song that we didn't use. Because like we got bored and started improvising songs about manatee sex. So it was like,
I remember that.
dick, you down.
Everyone does.
I want to hear
dick,
this.
dick,
I
you
have
down.
to hear this.
Dick, you down to Manatee Town, 'cause he's a manatee lover. Manatee lover. He's a manatee lover, and he'll fuck you like no other, because he's gonna dick you down. Dick you down. Dick you down to Manatee Town. Manatee lover. Manatee lover. There's a chorus that you can't hear.
I know what I'm singing at karaoke night next time.
Yeah, down.
I think you have to see the movie to know that
Yeah, down to
Manatee Lover is the
Manatee
character.
Town.
A very strange character.
You know, I'm just a regular Miley Cyrus and stuff.
Now,
Manatee Lover.
Yeah.
He's in love with the movie.
exactly. So was Manatee Lover the character already in the movie when he wrote this song, or was the song written and then like this becomes a character?
Yeah, so Manatee Lover was already in the movie. So like I had spent years thinking about Manatee Lover, not like that. But Manatee Lover was
who
in
else?
the
You know, yeah.
And yeah, so you know, like when it like I'm not pro bestiality in real life.
That's a good PSA for all the kids out there. Yeah. We are not
I want to shirt with
bestiality
that.
here.
Yeah.
On without your
Like you should in real life, like you should leave the manatees alone. Like they're endangered and they live in Florida, so they've been through a lot. Like they deal with the worst people already. Like no offense if you're in Florida, like I have family in Florida. That's how I know there's some crazy people down there. You know, sorry about my family. Anyways, the manatees are going through enough. We should not have sex with them or with any other non-human animal. But the song is so much fun to sing.
What if they're really hot? No.
I think that if you look at a manatee and you're like, I want to fuck that, and you are not lost at sea in the 1700s, where it's normal for people to smell like that, I think that you should seek counseling, and it's not a shame thing. Therapy is good for everyone.
Yeah, if they were
don't have sex with sea
of
creatures.
like mermaids or something. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You either had really bad eyesight or, you know, really optimistic. One of the two.
I don't know. I once argued with a man who didn't believe me that manatees were real, and so like
they're not even real.
You sure it was mermaids or manatees?
He like no, he just thought they were made up. Like it was really bizarre.
I'm like
and so
that
like
with
I could
moose,
see him being like, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna fuck
I'm
it.
having a terrible time.
Jack
like
Russell,
that
I
with
could see
moose.
that
I don't
song
think they're
topping the
real.
blues charts.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you, Jack.
Good one.
Apparently, Greg Lamberson, he is pro manatee love. So, you know,
Yeah.
where did the
He's
manatee
open.
lover? Where did Manatee Lover, the character, actually come from, Adrian or Bill?
Well, Manatee Lover, I think the idea had come from, well, years ago on YouTube, I did this was many years ago, I had done a video making fun of Chris Farley, a parody of Chris Farley's Toy Boy, where instead of you know, it was the trailer of it. I think you can still see it on my YouTube channel. Basically, where from the trailer of Tommy Boy, where Chris Farley, and I forget the actor playing his father's name. He basically says, "Holy shnikes, is that for me? No, son, that's for me." And instead of it being the hot one coming out of the swimming pool, some footage, I put a manatee in there, and so, and then And then I saw Kurt Markham's movie Saber Frog, and had this whole thing with walrus porn in there. This.
Well, you sold me on this movie.
I'm sensing a theme here.
And then the third final straw was when I saw, I heard about this documentary called Dolphin Lover. It's some weird, where this guy has sex with a dolphin in this documentary, and it's like, okay,
Wow.
I have to make a character who's heavy set, who has a sexual fetish attraction to manatees. So that's what Genesis came from, and
I love this. So, how about casting Manatee Lover? Did you have a person in mind? You like, and how do you sell that to him? Like, I think you're perfect to be the Manatee Lover.
well, originally I was thinking of Zach Amico playing Manatee Lover,
Perfect.
but then because he's in New York City or New Jersey, I forget where he lives, and he's extremely busy person with his podcast, his job, and other things. I decided, well, Arlo Price is local in Buffalo, not ask my friend Arlo Price, and he was previously in Clown in the Woods and also in the Sizzle Reel, so I just thought he'd be a perfect fit for the part.
Yeah. And was he sold right away? You like, hey, will you play Manatee Lover? And he's just like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, as far as I think he was sold on the idea. I know, like, the idea of the movie. He liked the message of the film. Mm-hmm. And other things. I don't think it was just the idea of Manatee Lover. I think he just liked the movie overall and the message for people with disabilities and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about time, because I think manatees have always been kind of like the dolphin's ugly friend. So I mean, have some love for the manatee. I think.
Mm-hmm. This we're gonna do a later show where it's just gonna be a debate on whether or not you should have sexual relations with manatees. Pro and con. That'll be an after hours
debate. I think we might come to close on that.
Well, like I said, my other inspiration was Dolphin Lover, that documentary. So.
Yeah, dolphins get too much love, I think. I think it's time to share the wealth.
That role required real commitment. Arlo made the commitment. I agree with Greg.
Yeah.
Gregory Landerson
I also
here.
agree with Greg.
Good man. Always very supportive of everybody here.
Hey, Bill, you're back.
Hey, on here?
Favorite actor.
I don't know what's going on here. I've been in a different room. Now I'm in the room closer to the modem. I don't know whether that's it.
Yeah.
While I have you here, Bill, no, I feel partly responsible for this because the first time you were full frontal nudity was in my film, The Once and Future Smash. I think it opened a whole new door for you. And in Special Needs Revolt,
I see.
Boom.
Like that. And Olivia knows more about that.
I'm here for that.
Olivia,
I'm loving your nudity era. I mean that in like a platonic friend way. Love your wife, but I'm
don't
like
get Dolores upset here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, hopefully next year there will be a direct record where we will see Bill fully naked.
No.
Yes.
23 years from now, that's going to be me. I've got 23 years, I'll hit 80, and then boom, I'm ready for it.
I think they want to get your reaction to my nudity. Here's Dolores. She's going to give you a reaction to my nudity.
All right, Dolores, what do you think about this trend in Bill's career? He's nude in these films now. He's getting spanked.
He's nude?
He is nude. Yeah, you're not aware. We're breaking the news to the.
Yes. She was there. She wasn't there for Special Needs Revolt, but she was there for Psycho 8 too.
That
and
scene
there
was
for
amazing.
Funk recently.
Thoughts?
So how about this spank? How did this spanking scene come about?
Oh, um,
I was mentoring it. I helped him with that.
All right.
I'll tell you
That's
when
an actor.
you know Adrian asked me to co-write the movie.
Mhm.
We met because Adrian was doing an interview with me about Sergeant Kabuki Man in New York, and we hit it off immediately. I think, right, Adrian?
Yeah. We met at her. We ate at I think down at Hollywood or Hard Rock Cafe, one of those restaurants.
Yeah, he took me to the Hard Rock Cafe. I never been there before. I haven't been there since either. But next thing I knew, AJ says Dolores is the real mastermind.
Rare opportunity to learn what it's like to live with Bill.
Bill didn't let me watch. That's why I didn't know.
So Adrian asked me to co-write the movie, and one thing that I thought was that President Kruger got away too easy. He drove away in a car and it smashed and he died. And I think the line was, I pretty much remember, the line was, President Kruger is sucking cocks in hell, or something like that. So I said, cute, but not bad enough. He's got to get more of a. You got to do more with this guy.
I think that
He's
to
gotta
me
be
is probably worse than
committed.
getting spanked. But okay. We'll see.
Well, that's worse than getting spanked, but he
The
needed.
line, just the line. I can.
We needed more of a humiliation, more of an absolute humiliation for this character.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I think we succeeded because if you see the movie, you'll know not only do I get spanked, but then I turn into a pile of shit. So
Yeah.
Spoiler alerts here, Bill. But
Yeah.
The idea of the poop and shit and the Nair being him melting like the Wicked Witch and the Wizard of Oz. That was my idea.
Yeah.
yeah, because we had originally gone with things that were way more graphic and
Yeah.
way more unpleasant and more like that movie that Reed made. Joel Reed.
Oh yeah, blood-sucking freaks.
Oh, blood-sucking
Oh,
freaks.
okay. Very
I'm a
nice.
fan. But yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna get beheaded and all.
With a guillotine, yeah.
It was it was too much. So we went with something that was amusing. I mean,
A quick side note: Joel Reed. I was friends with him for we after him the show, and so I'm in Adrian's documentary about Joel Reed, and we watched the premiere of that at Buffalo Dreams Fantastic Film Festival, and I was there with Jason Mitten, who you know, and
okay.
so everyone's talking about how awful that movie is. And then I pop up and I'm like, I think it's kind of lighthearted and funny. And Jason just bursts into laughter. He's like, you come off like this insane person in this movie. Which I thought was very funny. But, yeah.
Talking about blood-sucking freaks. He's
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm a weird dude, I guess. So, Nolan, we're talking about all this stuff: manatee loving, spankings, people turning to poop. Did you? Are you all? Did you have any issues with that? And when you're watching it with your family, do they have any problems with some of the content of the movie?
Firstly,
no.
thanks, Bill. Firstly, I'm going to see a movie with my parents and my brother and his girlfriend this weekend.
Oh, so they haven't seen it yet.
They haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
Nice. That'll be fun, I think.
So,
your parents,
it's the whole family.
What about your dad?
He saw it at the premiere.
Right. Does he like it?
Back in September. With the supplemental music.
Right. Did he like it so far?
Was he okay with the movie, Nolan?
He'll like it a lot.
Oh, very good. Excellent. That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
This is
he'll love it with everything else.
your brother. Is it, Was that your brother?
So his father was at the
That was my
premiere,
dad.
and now he's going to be watching it with his rest of his family.
My whole family.
Yeah, it's a good family film.
Yeah. Too, right? Your mother's
That's
seen
right.
it.
My brother has not seen it yet.
Yeah, his mom and brother are going to be watching it soon with him.
Oh, wow.
And my brother's girlfriend.
And your brother's girlfriend. Good. Well, they should enjoy it, and they're going to see it this weekend.
They are.
Good, good, good.
And what was that experience like, Nolan, being at the premiere and seeing your feature film? You're on the big screen.
It was a great experience seeing my face on the big screen with all of my favorite people to work with.
Nice. That's
great.
I like
Like working with Bill was an honor. It was like it was working with Ringo Starr, a legend.
I think Nolan and I agree that Ringo is our favorite Beatle, right, Nolan? I think that
That's right. That's right.
Right.
And also, Olivia, she was the best in this movie.
Aw, I love you, Nolan. You were amazing, and I loved working with you.
I loved working with you.
Aw, well, we're definitely going to have to do it again.
We will.
Yeah.
And now it's on video, so it has to happen.
And they wind
That's
up
right.
and then girlfriend, right? So so there's a sequel. We got to have Nolan and Olivia.
That's right.
Couple, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. Wedding Day Vengeance.
Oh,
Just the first plot that
like
came
it.
to mind. Probably a terrible one.
I like it.
I think I just stole Kill Bill right there. My bad.
In the movie Troy,
What?
have you seen it? Have you
I
seen
haven't seen it yet. I have to watch it.
I hadn't seen it yet. Right. Yeah.
I've seen Troy.
You got to catch up.
Oh,
It's now on
It's on
Amazon.
Troma now and Amazon.
I'll
Troma.
have to
That's
check
right.
it out.
Yeah,
Is that-
Amazon Prime.
So I just want to mention Mark Williams, who can't be here tonight. Unfortunately, he is not feeling well. I think I don't want to say anything, but he's not feeling well, but hope he feels better. Fart Bomb. Where did Fart Bomb come from? And it seems like Lloyd Kaufman is a fan of Fart Bomb.
Oh, nice. That's great to hear. Well, Fart Bomb, how that story originated. Well, first off, originally I had approached Troma and Lloyd Kaufman with the very first draft of the script to Special Needs Revolt, hoping Lloyd Kaufman and Lloyd Kaufman would direct the film with the team. He told me, well, this isn't we can do a script we can do. So I had to come up with an alternative Toxic Avenger, since he's copyrighted by Troma and everything. Mm-hmm. So I had to think of something fast, and I thought of, wait a minute, what about something that hasn't been done before? Fart Bomb, he's sort of like a rip parody of Toxic Avenger. Except when he farts on people, they disintegrate. And he's also got that whole wrestling thing came up with later. He's a crime fighter in pro wrestling, homage to the old lucha libre, Mexican movies. And then I thought, this would, and also have Lloyd Kaufman being on the joke, breaking the fourth wall. So I thought this would be a great idea to show my love for Troma, and then to have Mark Toro pass the torch on to a new Melvin, like a new Toxic Avenger, type. Yeah, that's where that came from, how it originated that story.
Mm-hmm. And how about Mark himself? What made him write for Fart Bomb?
As far as I know, I think Mark has a family member who has Down syndrome, a disability, and then he liked the story and liked the concept of the farm and the Toxic Avenger, and he thought this was, I believe, I can't speak for him, but I believe he said that was made for me. He really liked the idea. So but again, I can't speak for him, but I think that's what sold him were those two ideas. That it's based on the message of the film, and he has a family member who has Down syndrome, and he liked the idea of Fart Bomb, this toxic Avenger character.
Yeah.
He's perfect for the part because he's bulked up.
Yeah, and what sold me, what made me ask Mark Williams as Fart Bomb is I had worked previously on the movie Guns of Eden with that was Greg Lambert since when I got a lot of him, Eugene Bofill, who played Sheriff Dave in Special Needs Revolt. And I saw some photographs of Mark Williams bodybuilding on Facebook, and I said, yes, he's the one to play Fart Bomb. He's muscular, he's strong. So I thought that he would be a great character to play this part.
And there's a very funny cutaway with Lloyd alluding to the fact, stating the fact that Fart Bomb is clearly a ripoff of the Toxic Avenger, but who cares?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing. Sometimes we break the fourth wall in this movie, and it's fun,
Yeah.
At the end, Nolan turns to the camera and says, "Hey, whatever,"
And he says bye. Nolan says bye to the camera.
Right. So that the movie doesn't take itself all that seriously. It's got a message, but it's also funny, and it's like there are throwaway jokes and stuff, and Manatee Lover and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't make a very extremely spirited film, so that's why I put in the jokes and the breaking the fourth wall and all that stuff in there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can watch it for the message. You can watch it just for a fun time.
And I got to say also, in addition to my nudity becoming a thing, it's become a thing because in Psycho Ape 2, I get spanked by Todd Yeager.
Todd Quality Yeager, yes.
That's Todd Quality Yeager, and we're going to try to. There I am being spanked by Nolan. He's a great spanker.
That was my favorite scene. The film.
I just got to tell you this because it speaks to Nolan. I said to Nolan is such a nice person. I said to him, look, I know you're a nice guy. You don't want to hurt me. But when you spank me, don't hold back because I won't be able to act it otherwise. I got to feel it or I won't be able to act it. So he went for it, and Nolan left my butt a little bruised. He didn't, but I felt it. But the thing is, so I got spanked again. And in Psycho Ape 2, and Todd Quality Yeager and I are wanting to spin that off into a little series of BDSM stuff.
Well, you know that like somebody watching it will be like, you know what? I don't know why, but I'm aroused. And it's probably going to be someone who's mad at the movie too.
Believe me, I knew why I was aroused. No, I see what you're saying.
I feel like the more, like, if you graphed it, like the more a person was offended, I feel like the more offended they are, like the more horny they get at the end, where they're just like, I've got such a rage boner right now. My rage into a wall and break my dick off in righteous anger.
Well, maybe, I know that maybe that could be a trend, as an advertisement for Bill Whedon being spanked naked for Pornhub. Attention, on this if you want to.
Yeah, it's gonna launch Bill's OnlyFans career, I think.
Oh man.
So, Nolan, go on. Sorry.
That's what OnlyFans is, but I know it's got a lot to do with sex, right?
So Nolan, you said that was your favorite scene to film. Walk us through it. What was it like? So, did you know beforehand exactly what was going to happen?
So I'm going to say this.
Who are you talking to?
Nolan.
Oh, Nolan.
Thank you, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this. That day was very challenging for all of us, but we pulled through.
Yeah.
And he pulled it right out of our
Uh-huh.
magic bag of tricks.
That Bill just brings with him all the time. Yeah, in case
And
something
he
comes
brings
up.
it all the time. Adrian as a fantastic director.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, the whole experience was really fun. It was fun, and it was challenging. Yeah, it was, because we had to do things that were challenge that were edgy, and push the boundaries a little bit.
That's right. It really did.
That was what makes the movie interesting, because if we didn't go there, I think it would be kind of bland. But I think one thing the movie is not as bland. It's
right.
You don't forget. Once seen, you do not forget certain things in it, right?
That's right.
Yep. I know we had a really originally the space scene was all going to be done outside on this person's property, and he just wasn't having it. He said, "Get out of here! No naked man." And he was saying,
"That's right."
That
righteous
anger bonus. Did he say it? Say that again.
You remember, Bill, that person you were there. You were all there. Who got angry and drunk and he was saying, calling you a naked old man disrespectfully. And...
Thank you, Luther.
Yeah.
It was the day we met where it got.
That's right.
It's a very memorable day. Yeah.
Actually, that day I suffered from a heat exhaustion.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. It was a very interesting day.
I'm glad we moved it.
We're okay.
I'm glad we moved it inside where it was air conditioned. Yeah.
That was better. I was happy. I was happy throughout this whole process.
It's a learning experience, especially for me as a director, knowing it with Mark like I did on Clowns in the Woods.
Right. That was also a fun move to make, but also a challenging time.
Yeah.
Greg here, Gregory Lamberson. Next Friday, May 16th, I'm hosting a free screening of Nickel City, Tinseltown, The History of Buffalo, New York Filmmaking, the documentary Adrian co-directed with Kurt Markham at the Screening Room in Buffalo. So that's very cool. People make it out there.
That's awesome.
Send me a link to that, and I will post it up on the website.
And I just want to say I do plan on bringing DVD not only of Nickel City, Tinseltown to sell, but of Special Needs Revolt.
Nice.
If I got DVD.
Yeah. I still have to give Dolores and you, Bill, your free DVD that you attributed to on Indiegogo for.
Yeah. That'd be great, because I'd like to see it on DVD, and I'd like to see those extras that are on the.
Yeah, the trailer and the making of interviewed everyone for.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen that documentary.
I'm gonna love it. You're gonna like it.
I haven't seen that part either, actually.
Yeah.
So, there's also a lot of people chatting on the Facebook group, which I can't pop up here for some reason. But Robert Sherman says the movie's a masterpiece.
Oh, wow.
Brian Scanlon says hello.
Thank you.
David Aubrey.
Nice.
Nolan had said about Luther. Luther said he's an extra, and he meant Special Needs Revolt from the group home. An arrest scene here. Just shouted out that he refused to go to the institution. Who shouted? I'm sorry. Just stopping by to say hello.
Hello.
Hi, Luther.
Hi, Luther. You're a great guy.
I'll see you on Facebook.
Jack Russell wants to know, where did the inspiration from Clowns in the Woods come from?
Well, that came from basically the scary Clowns in the Woods thing that phase that was going on in 2016 and 17.
Yep.
And also other stuff concerning disability topics, disability issues and social commentaries. So where that came from, and unfortunately, when that movie during the pandemic in 2020, and say unfortunately because Bill Whedon was originally going to play the part of the character who Peter Bannon, who played who deals. He basically the story of how clowns came to be and why they're haunting in the town woods and everything. But unfortunately, it was the pandemic, and we just, it was just risky because of the COVID going around.
Yeah. Todd is here, by the way. We mentioned that you can watch the movie streaming on Troma Now and Amazon, but where can you get a copy of Special Needs Revolt on DVD?
You can get a copy on my website.
That's right.
Through esposema.com, and there's a
link up for everybody.
There's a PayPal account for that. You should be able to buy it through PayPal through esposema.com.
Esposema.com.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. And also we're going to have in July, August, thanks to Liam Regan, he is going to have Blu-ray copies through company Refuse Films coming out in it's either July or August on Blu-ray of Special Needs Revolt.
Oh, nice. I'm friends with Liam. He's a really good guy.
He's a great guy. So Liam's seen the movie, right, Adrian?
Yes. Yep. He I think he's a big fan.
He liked it, huh? He liked it. Yeah. He's a really good guy. Yeah. I met him.
So you're a great guy too, Bill.
Oh, you don't need to say that, but
let's say it again. No.
That's right. Bill is a great guy.
Yeah, we love you, Bill.
Yeah.
Let's see. AJ here. Every time I see Bill, all I can think is how amazing those eyebrows are. More Bill brows.
That's your next movie script, Adrian.
I was interviewed by a guy named New York Nico, who has like millions of followers on Instagram, I guess. And he said, I have the best eyebrows in New York, even better than Martin Scorsese. I felt that was pretty good.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good company.
So, Olivia, what was your experience like seeing the movie for the first time?
So it was different. So I don't usually watch anything that I'm in because, like, I feel like my face will ruin it. Sorry to anybody for whom
I'm the opposite. That's all I watch. I only watch stuff that I'm in. A very small
He'll just
window.
fast forward until he gets to himself.
Right, or I just edit myself into it.
But so it was. So like I loved the movie, despite my face. But yeah, so I mean, it was a little bit surreal because it's always weird. Like I have pets, so like, I'll say some weird shit in the movie, and my dog will be looking at me because I'm like not saying anything. He's like trying to figure it out, and I'm like, chill, But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a really funny movie. It's always interesting to watch a movie that I'm in because, like, I look at the scenes and I remember like all the things that happened there, So it's like I can see like the movie happening, but it's also like, kind of like getting bukkakied with memories, I guess is the best way to put it. And then it fills in the extra gaps. So like my car it's a real shit box. So like there were a couple of times where I was late. So like whenever I'm violently shitting on camera, like that actually means that like my car got fucked up and then I got stuck in traffic. But so it was interesting seeing like, oh, that's what happened in that scene, But yeah, I mean, it was definitely.
Sometimes it's hard to watch a movie as if you're in it as a movie as opposed to your memories of making the movie.
Right, but like, I don't know. It was kind of like both, But so like I was totally able to get engrossed in the movie, but like I couldn't forget that like I was me. So I was like, you lying bitch.
Olivia had the immense talent to make her breasts look bigger than they actually are. She's very well endowed, but not
That's right.
she looks on screen. On screen, she's like Jane Mansfield.
Yeah. So there's magic behind that. So I put on like a bra, and then I put on another bra, and then like my boyfriend was so pissed that summer because like his socks, like all my socks are crazy colors and they never match, but he has like all black socks which matched the bra. So like on top of like the two bras, I just like added socks around in there. So that like my tits are like double their size. And like that's it's like a thing that I just kind of do for fun, or like not like for fun. Like I don't go like out in public and I'm just like, look at my huge fake tits. But like in movies, you know, like to kind of mix it up. Like sometimes like if I'm playing like multiple roles in a movie, I'll like change my boobs around because like it makes it, I mean, you can still tell that it's me, probably.
Yeah, some people put on a fake mustache. And,
yeah, and I'll do that like with the fake mustache too. Like I don't give a shit. I have a lot of fake mustaches. None in this movie, but
that's right.
But yeah, so
you're like the Lon Chaney Senior of breasts or something.
Yeah, it's, you know, like you can do a lot with them, and like I am very glad that I grew up to have big boobs because they are very like useful, you know, like for storage, or like say like I'm walking somewhere and like I need to like my hands are full but I have a drink.
Yeah, I bring a thermos with me all the time.
That,
like, where do I put it?
Yeah, and then like I just treated it like, you know, Mrs. Nip Potato Head, and just accessorize the boobs. You know, I gotta get like some triangle titties one of these days. That's what I'm missing.
Like in a James Bond movie or something. I see.
Yeah.
I have to Nolan Tears, who was able to be in various scenes very sweet and very likable, and yet very tough in other scenes. He really rode that line really well. Nolan, I never got a chance to tell you that, but you really
Thank you, Bill.
You managed to be sweet and tough, which is which is
it's a good range.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I'm really happy that you were very professional, Bill. I mean, Nolan. I was really happy that you were very professional and you were okay doing that scene with Bill, because there's a lot of people in my from my experience, I know with Down syndrome, or in the past, who would have said absolutely not, I'm not doing that. And you were great for that. I mean, I'm glad that you were able to do it, and you were okay with it.
Yeah.
Have you received a lot of feedback from disabled people, the disabled community, about the movie?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
But
it's getting out there. So
sees this movie, they're gonna give me a lot of praise, and also with Adrian too.
Right.
There's already some, right? There's already
there's
some already. Yes.
Yeah, I know that Joshua Derrick, who played Dexter Help, who becomes Farbomb in the film, who is on the autism spectrum. Sorry. He really liked the film. I think he's going to promote it, and he really enjoyed it. There was another person who used to podcast show, Crippled Cody. He called me on Facebook Messenger, on whatever, the phone or something, and he said he really enjoyed seeing the film, and he enjoyed it a lot. He special effects and everything was great. So,
you know, I also want to wish happy birthday to Nolan's father. So, happy birthday!
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday,
Emmett. Dad, I love you.
Emmett Pierce.
That's right.
Happy birthday, and a happy birthday to Dylan Mars Greenberg. It's also her birthday.
Right. Yes.
Happy
birthday, Dylan.
She's in the movie, and she has a very interesting role, which we won't tell about.
Exactly.
Right?
That's right.
It's a really interesting part.
Yeah, I can say about Dylan's character. She's part of the group Billy's heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Group of heroes. She's part of the Billy's group of heroes in the film. That's
She works with me as the leader of the group.
Yeah.
So, Bill, what was it like? We talked a lot about spanking, but what's it like? You know, it's one thing to film it, but what's it like to see it then on the big screen with a group of people?
Well, I haven't seen it on the big screen with a group of people.
Oh, you weren't at the premiere. Okay.
No, just
that's
on.
Right.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you couldn't make it
on my computer. But I'd love to see it in the theater. We just haven't gotten together to do that. And I'm gonna. There's a New York premiere coming up, and I'm gonna have to miss that too because going to Vermont for my granddaughter's birthday and can't miss that.
Aww.
So
a lot of birthdays going around here.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
My
cool.
birthday's coming up.
I can't be at the premiere, which is the Lucky 13 Saloon, where we filmed part of our. So.
Oh, that's a really cool venue. So that'll be a fun time, Adrian.
Oh yeah, definitely. Planning on being there with my good friend Veda Calesto, and
Veda was also amazing in SNR.
I got beat up there for Our Man Funk.
Oh, she did.
I meant just in general.
No, it was not in reality. It was just in the movie.
In the movie, yeah. Your movie.
But yeah, I've not seen a movie there, but I do think it would be a fun place to watch a movie.
But I love being able to play the psychopathic aspects of my character. It was, and make it funny and not as scary as it could have been. I mean, it could have been really scary.
What was the thought process there, Bill, to play it that way?
Because I knew that it would be more entertaining that way, and the purpose of the movie, I think Adrian would agree, is the main purpose of the movie is to be entertaining. Correct, Adrian?
Yeah, exactly. It's to be an entertaining, have a social comment.
Yeah.
And I knew that it made the character as psychopathic as he actually is. I mean, he is. The performance. I play a psychopath, and I think it's clear that the guy is completely off the rails. But having my background in comedy, I couldn't toss that aside for this character because it needed to be funny. You know,
it fits the tone of the movie.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is when in the beginning of the movie, when Bill's character Kruger is on screen on Fox News doing this, and you know he, I believe during the next year Trump actually did do that on TV during his election.
Yeah.
AJ Cutler, for Olivia, what was the grossest scene you were part of, and what was the hardest thing about this role for you?
So, I guess none of it was really like gross to me because like if Bill had really liquefied and turned into shit, that would be really.
We would all be
gross.
very sad. We would be.
Yeah, we would be so sad. I would be so traumatized. But
a real method actor.
Yeah. So I guess one part that was gross that I forgot about this when you asked me if I did anything else on the movie. So I helped Arlo dump the blood buckets on like the Pianon crowd. And so like that had like blood, like leftover blood from the Poultrygeist when that was filmed. Mm-hmm. So like think about that, like just sitting stagnant fake blood pool. And then there were they actually used like intestine casings because like you can go for like making your own sausage. And so those combined with that liquid in the hot sun like that did not smell good. So that was pretty gross. And then I think just honestly the hardest thing about this movie wasn't really anything like in the movie. It was just my car is a whole fucking shit wagon on 4 shit wheels. And so that, you know, and random, like my life likes to randomly explode. So like that just made things like obnoxious, you know, but like honestly, like I really love acting. So like it's just always fun. Like you know, like I choose to act with people who like I like, you know. I mean, I don't think I'm really getting picked by people that I don't like or in general, but like, you know, I kind of see it as like a fun vacation from reality where I get to put on a costume and be a completely generally deranged person. So it, you know, I honestly, like, I loved the whole thing. I also would have loved if I had picked up mechanic skills along the way in my life, and then it would be more fun. But yeah, I mean, it, you know, but so the smell of that, very gross. And then just my car being a shit wagon and lifing around. Those were the hardest parts. Oh, I'm sorry. This is way nastier than anything you were expecting. I'm sorry. What did you think? What did you think was gonna? I'm so sorry, AJ.
Well, actually, it gives me an idea for they ever do a sequel. Somebody ever or whatever does this like a sequel to Special Needs Revolt. Fart Bomb being the center of attention. Fart Bomb's own movie and cartoon show that's Shitwagon being like the Ninja Turtle man
like
and all
his
that.
Batmobile, right?
Shitmobile,
yeah,
Shitwagon.
Scatmobile, yeah.
Shitwagon.
Todd Quality Yeager. I remember the controversy over disabled people appearing in the horror film The Sentinel in the 1970s. Were there any criticisms so far for Special Needs Revolt?
Not that I know of. I haven't gotten any criticisms yet. The only sort of criticism I got was when I was at this room one day in Rochester, which is a bar and place, and that's one of the places we showed Special Needs Revolt last year in October. For other people who love it, but after that, I went to another kind of event there at the Spirit Room, and I was trying to meet people, make friends, and I was talking to this woman and her family, whose mother was there with her siblings, and I was telling her the idea of the movie Special Needs Revolt. Told her everything, what it's about and everything, and she found it offensive. Says, "Oh, I have a family member who has Down syndrome. This could be offensive or everything." But other than that, not directly about the film that people after people watch it. So
I think one of the things that kind of makes it different is that it really is empowering to people with disabilities. So I think the people who will primarily be offended by it are people who they don't really believe truly in the sentience, autonomy, and personhood of people with disabilities.
Right.
Because like a lot of times, like when we have someone with disabilities in a movie, it's usually a role where we're either meant to feel sorry for them, feel sorry for their caretakers, and it's very like dehumanizing. Like not that like those stories don't matter, but like when you just make like a lot of movies just turn the disabled person into a burden, and this this takes the people that the world threw away, and they, spoiler alert, sorry guys, save it, and I think that this movie is important because it opens up a new world into like a new viewpoint into people with disabilities, because a lot of people, like when they hear things like Down syndrome, there's a lot of people out there who they come up with assumptions, and they don't realize like Nolan is his own autonomous, intelligent human being. Like, when you're talking to Nolan, like Nolan knows what's going on. He can have intelligent conversations. And I think that
that's right.
A lot of times people just dismiss people as stupid, which is unacceptable, and it makes them think like, oh, these people are being, conned into these roles. But like consent is very important throughout filming.
Right,
So like,
right.
if anything made Nolan uncomfortable, Nolan absolutely had the ability to speak up and change it and have it be respected and not like argued or negotiated. Like his comfort wasn't negotiated, it was respected. And I think that shows in this, and so it's very different than like what was it, the bell ringer, the one with Johnny Knoxville, that actually changed his perspective. Yeah, which had actually changed his perspective on people with disabilities because he worked with them, and he got to like know them. And I think that a lot of people are, we have a very segregated society. So a lot of people aren't. Yes, exactly. And so this, I'm hoping that it'll frame things in a better light for people.
I agree.
Because
like also we need to have more positivity towards people with disabilities. Like with me having Down syndrome or the Adrian having autism.
Right.
Yes.
It's like we need inclusion.
I think as Olivia
included.
Yeah, the only people who would criticize this movie on that level are people that are trying to soft pedal Down syndrome or something like that, or make it seem harmless, which it is. It's people that think people with Down syndrome are stupid or something like that, and they exist. A lot of people are like that. They're gonna think, oh no, this movie is just a fiction. It's soft soaping the situation. No, it's not true. I was basically I shot the movie for 2 weeks, and I was basically Nolan's roommate. We slept down the hall from each other. He was as committed to this acting as any actor I've ever met, and he spent hours in his room just pondering the part and going through it. Right, Nolan, you were obsessed, in a very good way, obsessed with making this role work. And
that's right.
He was. Go on, Adrian.
I just wanted to say, yeah.
I don't. Who was?
I'm gonna say this. There are times where I actually got emotional and broke down.
Right.
Yeah.
I did try. I got emotional too because I thought the movie was gonna stop and fell flat on his ass because one of the actors was thrown to walk. I'm not gonna say who, and then people were complaining about this situation. I'm not going to bring it up, but Nolan helped me out. He gave me a hug, and when I started to cry and emotional, and Olivia helped out.
He cried. I cried. Olivia helped out a lot.
Yeah, she helped save the day along with and Dylan Greenberg. She was a real big help that one day when shit hit the fan, and I thought I was everything, but. Moving this, what I was gonna say was two things. First, I wanted to apologize to Nolan and Bill that the air conditioning in that Airbnb, that it was so hot in there that you had to suffer during the summer with that air conditioning. And
that's right. We couldn't open the air conditioning because it was in a casing with a key.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It was better than a lot of places that I've been stuck in.
And the other thing I want to say, since I'm on the autism spectrum, everyone probably knows about that whole stupid thing that
RFK Jr.
Yeah, we said about autism and generalizing it, and I think this film is proof. I don't think it's a wise idea to have him see it, but in a way he could see it and change his views without still think the same way and showing.
I think even the fact that you made it should change.
Yeah, exactly.
You made multiple.
But it's not a poem,
feature films.
so.
Yeah.
And believe me, it was a chore making it, wasn't it, Adrian? You and your mom had to struggle.
Yeah, we struggled during production. There were fun times, sad times, very stressful times, and but all in all, here's what I just wanted to say. This from Arnold Schwarzenegger. He I read in his book. He said pain is temporary, but the effects, but the results last forever. He said, because he's a bodybuilder. So, and I think that should be applied to film indie making too, or for filmmaking.
Mhm.
That reminds me of what I said to Nolan when I was coaching him. I got him spank me.
That's right.
My butt will heal, but art is forever.
Yeah.
Which is basically what Arnold Schwarzenegger said in a different way.
That's right.
This is nice for you, Adrian. Jack Russell says, "You're welcome to Tromaville. Inspired me to make a story of my own."
Oh, nice.
Aww.
I'm actually, if I can say, I'm actually working on a hope. I started a story treatment with E. Washington as he goes by, who was one of the DPs and did some of the special effects, like helped me build the cave and the manatee that's on the beach in Revolt. He and I are working on a story treat, hopefully a script that we want to shoot at the Avon in New York at the drive-in movie theater called. He came up with the idea. I didn't have to come up with this, but Dawn of the Dead, where it's Down syndrome zombies. I don't know.
All right.
I like it too.
You like
Nolan's
it,
in. Yeah.
You like it? Because I was like I don't want to touch this.
Nolan, are you in for? And are you in for this movie? Down of the Dead.
Because I got other projects coming up. So.
Right. Yeah. I'm not saying you have to sign a contract right here, Nolan.
No.
But you don't find it offensive, right?
Not at all.
That's good to hear. Because I was nervous about that one.
You don't have to be nervous about that, Adrian.
Okay. Thank you, Nolan.
Actually, I'm going to say this. Thanks to Adrian, I actually got another movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
What movie, Nolan? If you can let us know.
I can let you know. It's called Spring Break Zombie Massacre 2.
Sweet.
I love it.
Congratulations.
Yep.
And this is my second lead role.
Nice.
Of many more to come.
Yeah. Thank you, Olivia.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a sequel. I think we saw the first one, didn't we, Adrian?
We saw the first one. It's Break Zombie Massacre with Sam and May, who have Down syndrome, and
that's right.
I introduced them to Sam. And his father, Chris, and Suckman, and on the phone and some stuff, and then they got connected to me to them. So now, and I showed Nolan the film. And he's also be in this film. That's so great.
That means I'm third top billing in that movie.
Yeah, this is your third movie where you're a main character. Like this was Clowns in the Woods, then Special Needs Revolt, and now Sam Spring Break Zombie Massacre 2.
That's right.
I have to say, I just found this out today. And I know that Jack Russell, who has made a few comments tonight, Jack Russell calling me an action star and sex symbol. Well, I want Jack Russell and the world to know that I have been nominated as the sexiest person in film.
Wow!
I saw this. I actually put this in my notes. I forgot to bring it up. This is I'd say hands down the winner.
For you?
This will call Shock Stock or Stock Shock or something like that, which is going to be in Canada. Two women and 2 men have been nominated for sexiest and for Psycho Wave 2, where I appear full frontal and full backle.
That's such a beautiful scene too. Like that really
I don't know James Cameron, and I hope that I never meet him because that would be very intimidating. And if he's like, "I hate you, you're a cunt," then I could never watch his movies again. But I feel like he should watch that scene so that he can really, see where like James Cameron is incredibly talented, but he can see now where there's room for growth.
Yeah. So
for those who haven't speculated too, there's a scene which we parody the Titanic scene where it lands. It's Kate Winslet, except in this version, Joe Abe is painting me.
Bill, I think it's time that you have your own post and stuff. Just like what's his name? He passed away. What's that guy from Smoke Band? I forgot his name. Having a brain fart. The act. No, the other guy's popular. The heck is his name? He's Smoking Bandit.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Yeah, I know there was Reynolds was in a spandex. He was in the spandex. Maybe posters and stuff. The sex symbol. Maybe it could be Bill.
It's a great Burt Reynolds when he's laying on the bearskin rug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to recreate that with Bill. I think this is a good idea.
Yeah. Recreate every sexy scene with Bill.
Yeah.
Like even if we have to double Bill, like the grease scene, like if we have to sew him into pants so that he can have those hot leather pants and dance around.
There you go.
I'm here for it.
I'm thinking all sexy scenes. We'll have them, like Marilyn Monroe stuck in the porthole. We'll have Bill in there. We'll just do it all.
Blow up his jeans. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just do like a movie where someone keeps getting sucked into a multiverse where every dimension is a sex scene with Bill.
I live for that. Yes. I am so down with that.
What about
they start out afraid, but by the end, all they want is Bill, and that's when they get to the last dimension, and he's not there, and they just cry.
Oh, we all need
like the camera zooms out.
Yep.
What about Diego says he wants in on that.
What about deep fake? If Bill's with it, deep fake Bill's deep
I
fake.
open my to Todd Quality Jaeger.
I was just gonna say, what about it was okay with it deep fake his face, his head in different scenes from different porn films.
I want it authentic.
Yeah, me too.
Get Dolores on the horn.
Gentlemen prefer Bill. That's our title. That's our working title. Gentlemen prefer Bill.
I like that.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I like it. We'll get you with a kilt and the wind will blow up, and it'll be awesome.
It'll be so great when Smell-O-Vision comes out because you can do a special release.
I'm living for this. I'm totally down with it.
Or the man can't help it, and instead of the girl can't help it, it's the man can't help it. I forget what movie that's Jane Man. Was that Jane Mansfield?
I think so.
That is Jane Mansfield.
Where she's walking by and everyone thinks so hot. I think that was from the 50s.
Yep. I think it's The Girl Can't Help It. That was right.
Yeah. And
the Bill man, can't help it.
The Bill can't help it. Yeah.
There's something about Billy.
Yes.
Oh, these are all perfect. I love it.
All of this. Somebody just produce it, and I'm there.
I'll write it.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Make it happen. I don't care what I have to do within legal limits. I won't have that real penalty.
Well, I did tell Bill and a lot of other people on Facebook post. This was some time ago to do a documentary called Naked Bill about his career acting and how he's cool for guys to be naked as a great
Of course, we also need the Basic Instinct scene where Bill uncrosses his leg.
Yeah.
All the money shots in these movies have so far been censored, but Adrian promises to be a director's cut where you see the all my junk.
Yeah,
I'm to a new horizon.
It's on the director's cut. It's called the Bill's Junk Cut.
Yeah, that one will probably be on Blu-ray. Because it's the DVD with the software I have. This we made it on. It's just so difficult. It gave myself and my boss, my assistant editor and teacher, such a hard time to make these DVDs. So I think the Blu-ray for Refuse for the director's cut will be a piece of cake to put out next year.
That's going to be great.
Yeah.
My advice is buy the DVD now with the censored part, and then buy the director's cut later.
Yeah, you need all the copies. Exactly.
Yeah, for Refuse Films next year. Yep.
That's excellent.
Is Liam going to show the director's cut in his version?
Not the. Well, it's not the director's cut. Yeah. It's next year. I'm hoping I can talk to him about that, and we can make that happen.
I bet Liam will go for that.
Yeah, probably will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam's a good dude. So also I want to shout out to Brian Northrup, who is watching. I met him on Our Man Funk, and I was happy to see him in Special Needs Revolt. A really good guy. And I've been talking to him today about a possible thing with Whedon. But yeah, it's fun that you meet these people. You meet cool people that you like on different projects. And,
I met Brian. I met Brian Northrup on Special Needs Revolt.
Same here.
One of the first days I was there.
Me too.
This guy doing, I didn't know what he was doing. He was shooting behind the scenes stuff,
That's right.
We said immediately, best of friends. He's a great person, and he is
a great person.
He's going to be a great producer too. He already is. He did great stuff with Our Man Funk. Yeah, he's an amazing person.
Yeah, he did a great job filming behind the scenes for the PWDs of Darkness, the making of Special Needs Revolt, and he was great on Special Needs Revolt. I know he wasn't able to be for the whole shoot doing behind the scenes because of his job. What I saw what he did for the documentary was great.
Yeah.
Cool. Jamie Hill says hello. Jamie Hill from Skinamarink.
Hello, Jamie.
So Special Needs Revolt, as we mentioned, it's on Troma now. It's on Amazon. You can get the DVD on epocinema.com. And there'll be a Blu-ray in the future here. And congratulations, everyone here and everyone watching who's been part of the movie. It's a great movie, and I think people are gonna have a lot of fun watching it. I think it's to be a lot of fun to watch with an audience, or if you can't watch with the audience, I think watch with a group of friends.
I had to throw this out there, Aiden. I thought of you. The idea is that maybe we could put this film in theaters. Like in art house, independent theaters.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because my biggest dream and hope is that Special Needs Revolt gets shown in New York City. This is my mom, the executive producer. Biggest dream too is that it gets shown at the Museum of Modern Art, like Return to Nukem High was shown there.
Yeah, I've had lots of guests on the show who have did like mini tours with their movies at different art house cinemas, so it is possible. What were you about to say, Olivia? Sorry to interrupt you.
I have to check, so I can't remember the name of the place, which is fine. Probably shouldn't say it randomly on the internet anyways. But so I know somebody who worked at one of those art house cinemas for like...
Not an outhouse cinema,
yeah, not an outhouse cinema. But he worked at one of those for a long ass time. And he was still friends with the owner. And I met the owner on a few occasions, who's really nice. And he's screened like some of my friends' movies there. So I could
reach out and see if they would be able to show that. It's in a different state, but that's still cool, and people go there. And I can find that out and send you that information.
Great, thank you, Olivia.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
In my area in Newton, we have two theaters, actually. One I go to, one I'm a member of, actually. That's the Coolidge Corner Theater.
Oh, wait a minute. I go there all the time, Nolan. I didn't realize you were from the area. I was just there a couple weeks ago.
Coolidge? Yahoo! Yeah.
I go to that theater all the time because I used to go there when I was little.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm on the Cape. I'm on Cape Cod, but I go up to Boston and Brookline to go to the Coolidge all the time.
One of our favorite theaters. Yep.
Yeah, I have to say, I was hoping that
Mark Anastasio, who runs the Coolidge After Midnight, shows a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
I was hoping that the Salem.
I was thinking of getting our film play at the Coolidge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's try this, Nolan. Maybe we could work it out.
Yeah, Coolidge, which would be awesome, man.
I'm friends with
Coolidge, and I don't know about the Salem Film Festival, October. I don't know what their deal is. And
that might be a possibility, Adrian.
There's that, and it's
different.
And I don't know. And in Boston Underground is kind of
Boston Underground Film Festival. That's at the Brattle Theater. That just happened recently.
Yeah.
I do think now, since the movie is streaming and there's a DVD, a lot of festivals probably won't accept it because it's usually stuff that's not been released yet.
Yeah, and then there's one I think called the Boston, Massachusetts Independent Film Festival. I can't remember.
Boston, Independent Film.
There is one possibility may be able to screen it in Massachusetts. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Shauna Shea. Because hopefully that will be shown there. I don't know if he will.
Praying for that, Adrian.
Yeah, 2 fingers crossed. They'll be shown Shauna Shea, so I can go there again. And it's going to be in July, I think, this year.
And it's in a different location.
Yep.
Because a friend of ours, who we had on the show, they got their movie Round the Decay. Is a local filmmaker in New Hampshire. They got their film Round the Decay showed at Brookline at the Coolidge. So
it was a ton of fun going to that too.
Where is Coolidge?
For me,
where is
it? It's in Brookline.
That's right.
It's like almost 100-year-old cinema. Sorry, Nolan.
It is. And I'm going to say this. I saw John Waters there.
Yeah.
There's one we need in our bill. In our gentlemen prefer bill.
Oh, it's King Kong with the Fay Ray bill.
That's what I need in this. I'm sorry, I just had to add that.
Yeah. So, finish that, Nolan. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
What I was saying was that with the Coolidge Corner, I saw John Waters there, and he was there during the screening of Cecil B. Demented.
Yeah,
nice. That's a great one.
And I love that movie. And actually, I would say he did that. Then after that, he did something else at the theater, which I couldn't go to afterwards because I sort of couldn't afford it afterwards.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. I didn't know coming up. They have Ken Fareed's going to be there for Dawn of the Dead in person.
I heard of him because
nice.
He was one of my favorite TV shows from when I was a kid.
Oh, and this I'm sorry, Nolan. When we were filming Our Man Funk and we were at Troma Studios, I actually saw the Coolidge Corner trophy that they gave to Lloyd when they put him in like their Hall of Fame. And I took a picture of that to send to Mark. I forgot to send it to Mark, but I will send that to him after the show.
Yeah, a lot of celebrities go to that theater.
There's one festival I know, but it's gone very, very Hollywood. It used to be for the independent art and artists, the Woodstock Film Festival in Woodstock, New York.
That could work.
Well, maybe, but I know.
Possibly.
But like I said, I heard it's gone very Hollywood. Am I correct, Bill?
I live in Woodstock, and it's gotten very Hollywood, yes.
Oh, has it?
But most of the films that are shown at Woodstock seem to be in that Sundance kind of thing, where they're all about some middle class guy going through a midlife crisis, girlfriend problem. They're so boring. Big movie that it's a great festival, but you know what I mean. But that Sundance cliche,
Right.
Yeah.
So, Adrian, where can people follow you to see what you're up to?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram. They can follow me on Sky and also Facebook. I don't do Twitter, formerly known as X, anymore. This decided this isn't for me anymore. But I'm on Blue Sky, Instagram, and like I said, Facebook. Don't really use except TikTok. Not really my thing. But
I use TikTok, and it's fun.
I do too, Nolan.
Yeah. So that's basically where people can find me, and that's my website, espocinema.com, and my other films are on either YouTube or Tubi TV.
And do you have anything in the works you want to talk about?
Well, I did mention earlier that idea that one of my teachers who does special effects, R. Washington, also known as John Johnson, came up with me, the Dawn of the Dead, which is a parody of Dawn of the Dead. But from future movies, I'm just going to got this idea from Greg Lamberson to, instead of having scripts, first of all, because what Greg does, a lot of his movies originally were scripts that he made into novels, books, that were eventually people saw and they picked up and wanted to make it with him. Johnny Gruesome and I believe Widows and the Frank Moon.
Yeah, the Widow's Peak.
So Widow's Point too. And then so my idea would be to have my scripts turned into graphic novels, not novels, but graphic novels, comic book illustrations and all that. So people get a better understanding of where I'm coming from in the concept and so forth. That's what I'm hoping.
I think that's a good idea, and that's actually a popular medium today, are graphic novels.
Yeah.
And so many movies are made off, not just, giant Marvel movies, but lots of movies are made off of comic books. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I know History of Violence was originally a graphic novel.
Will Eisner was the first cartoonist to ever make a graphic novel.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Nolan, where can people follow you?
So they could follow me on TikTok. They could follow me on Instagram, Facebook. That's all I got for now, but
that's all you need.
Yeah, that's a good place.
That's a lot to keep up with right there. And any upcoming projects you could mention?
I'm going to say this before I get to that. I also have YouTube.
Oh, okay, very good. What's your YouTube?
I don't have anything posted on there yet, but
okay,
I'm working on it.
You're working your way up to it.
That's right.
And do you have any upcoming projects you would like to talk about?
Yeah, actually. So, I already mentioned to you guys earlier about the
Spring Break
Dog Massacre 2.
Right. That's going to be a big
upcoming.
And you're a lead in that, right, Nolan?
Third lead,
okay. After those two guys we know, right? Adrian?
That's right.
Right. The two guys that were in the first one.
And actually,
yeah.
And actually, I also agreed to be in Carmen's movie.
Oh.
You mean Olivia?
Do a scene, and there's some clips that have been on there also. Some credit for that.
Yep.
Also in her movie too, Bred by Dawn.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'm excited to see the premiere when it comes out. It's history in the making.
I also slipped you in there too, Bill. You're in it too.
Yeah, I'm in it, but I have no idea what I'm doing. What?
Probably getting spanked in it or something.
Maybe.
So I took this like B-roll footage of you and Nolan. Like Nolan's dancing and you're singing, "I want to see your feces." And so what you guys are is you're actually these interdimensional godlike beings who, whenever the universe shifts, so like we don't have a multiverse because it's copyrighted and I'm bad at math. So there's a divisiverse. And so instead of everything multiplying, everything keeps dividing into itself. So like you end up with like 5 actors who are all the same person and like 5 different characters, 5 to 10 to sometimes 15 that are like people in like disguises and things. And so like you guys like pop up. I'm trying to see. I feel like I have a video of this floating around. I just have to. I don't have a lot of shit public, but it's like 30 seconds, and I feel like I could show you this.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to.
Yeah, if you can send it to me and I can pop it up.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Anyways, keep talking while I try to.
All right.
Try to find that shit.
Yeah.
Well, she's shortly, so I may have to bug out here.
Yeah, well, that's what I was giving everyone their plugs. That's kind of what I do before we kick everybody out. But Bill, where can people follow you at?
Well, I'm just made this wonderful movie called Our Man Funk, and that will be coming out. That's it. Neil is sporting that wonderful T-shirt.
Make this a little bigger here, Bill.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, it's a great T-shirt, and it's going to be a really good movie. I mean, it's beautifully directed by A.J. Cutler and produced by Brian Northrop, who we talked about, and co-starring the great Neil Jones, and plus several other people who are absolutely wonderful. It's great, and it's a really good movie. So that and then speaking of comic books, I know that Jack Russell and Frank Soma, who co-wrote Our Man Funk, are working on a project which I would be in called Nursing Home Dracula.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And they're going to create a comic book, a 4-page comic book, which will be the basis of the crowdfunding effort that they'll be doing. And I love the tagline for Nursing Home Dracula. I'm gonna spell it right now because I think it's hysterical. It says, "Where the early bird special is you."
I love it.
Is that hilarious or what?
Yeah,
that's hilarious, man.
It's great.
So I'm apparently in a nursing home and killing people.
Drinking their blood, I assume.
Sweet.
And Dolores is going to be one of my victims, I think.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think.
Well, that's very cool. All right. Here is this video, 46 seconds from Olivia.
Yeah.
Here we go.
God, that's creepy. Oh my
Dylan?
I gotta see your feces.
Oh wow.
There we go.
Yeah, so
one of the scenes that shows up when things like glitch, and so there's a couple that are very similar edits to that, and so it randomly appears throughout the movie, and then things get really. It doesn't make sense. I'll just none of it.
Really, it makes total sense.
It's an artistic movie. It's your art.
Yeah, it's
very.
I mean, depending on how low your bar for art is, yeah.
Just to add the things that are coming up for me, somewhere in the future, Neil Jones and Brian Northrop are coming up with this other very exciting sounding project, which I'm not going to spill the beans on, but it just sounds great.
Yeah, it came up in a conversation with me and Brian, and we were like, I think this is actually a good idea. So yeah, it kept going, and we'll talk more about it in the future. I think it'll be fun. And we were glad you were on board. So yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, of course I'm on board.
Yeah, I figured you would. You figured you would.
So I got to go.
Yeah. All right. Good to see you, Bill.
Good to see you, Bill.
Good to see you,
We
buddy.
love you, Bill.
Bye, Bill. Love you.
Love you,
I'll kick you out
Yeah.
here so you don't feel bad.
See you again.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys. Bye.
You too. Bye. All right. Bill Whedon. And
Bill
any of
always
you
makes
folks
me
here.
smile whenever I see him.
Yeah, I love Bill. So yeah, Bill's, and honestly a great actor. He was great in Special Needs Revolt. It was amazing to work with him in Our Man Funk. Bill is a really excellent actor, and a really nice person. Him and Dolores. So I spent a lot of time with both of them in Boston, so that was a good time.
That's excellent.
Yes, and all of you are always welcome back. So Nolan, Adrian, Olivia, anytime you get a new project coming out, just let me know. Yeah, let me and the terrible one know, and you're always welcome back.
And if you need any props ever made, I'll totally
All right.
send you shit.
Awesome. Great to know.
Yeah, we will take you up on that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
So, Olivia, I was a producer, and I was on set for all of Psychwave 2, and I was there when the box arrived with these prosthetics that you made.
Oh.
And then I was part of the conversation with Addison and Greg and Kansas, and I don't know if Bill was part of it. And it was like, what are we gonna do with these? Like, how are we gonna use this in the movie? And then they're in a dream sequence with Kansas. Yeah. And that dream sequence was actually filmed at the Airbnb that I was sleeping at.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but not in my room. It was actually in Addison's room, which I believe was actually then covered in milk, his bed. After that.
Just as a thing I want to say, I remember when one character in one scene I was in for Olivia's Red Bite Down, there's a scene where her dog bites my dick off. Unfortunately, your dog, I miss him. Him passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it definitely sucks. That's part of why there's the Divisiverse, because like she, when I started filming the movie, she was coming back from she had accidentally gotten into some garlic wings a year before that had garlic, and so she had gotten sick, and I had gotten her back, and then she came down with cancer is ultimately what they think it was. Started filming it, and she got so sick that I had to focus on palliative care, and it just there were scenes that I wanted to film with her, but it just she's the kind of dog who she would have done anything for me because she loved me, and it just seemed cruel to put her on camera for that stuff. I will never be a Stanley Kubrick in talent, so there's no reason to be a Stanley Kubrick in how I treat my cast. So she's gonna get randomly swapped out with other dogs, and some of it's intercut with old cell phone footage from when she was healthier. But yeah, she definitely, but she gets a happy ending in it. So spoiler alert. The Divisiverse carries her away to a dimension where she gets to be healthy again.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that scene a lot. Where and when you showed me the clip of it, I thought that was so hilarious.
Yeah, she was like the friendliest dog ever. So like we were like propping her up like at his lap, and she was just like she liked to throw her arms around people and cuddle. So she was just like hug. So I had to like intercut with like stock footage of like a tiger's mouth. It wasn't like I might because I've got some chompy boys. I might take some up close footage of them chomping. I mean, not dildos, but yeah, it was like a rubber dildo. In the movie, it kind of confronts how like a lot of horror movies, like they glorify and sexualize like the sexual assault and murder of women. So it kind of like takes sexual aspects of other scenes, and it kind of makes a statement about how actually awkward that is,
Right.
But so like I hope like if somebody watches it, they don't just think like, wow, she really hates men, because that's definitely not the case. But yeah, it does. That movie, it takes some strange approaches. So like sometimes like when women are dying, they're like, oh yes, no, actually I have like a 23-second scene of Veda dying that way.
Oh wow.
Yeah. All right, let me see.
Yeah, we'll show it here.
Oh, I put Keith in it too. It's so much fun. I just put my friends in my movies. It's really just an excuse to hang out with people.
Who's the wrestling figure behind you, Adrian? I can't quite see it. Is that Mankind? Or?
Oh yeah. There's right over here. Yeah, that's Mankind WWF, and that's Sting WCW.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And there's another Sting on side, and there's another Sting on. Oh, I mean, a man on this side. He had the Mr. Sacco on the top.
Nice. Oh, I think she said the link here. I'll get this.
I sent you the wrong link. Now I sent you the right link. It's 23 seconds of shittiness, but like Veda's beautiful. So like
yeah, she's
and the setting is beautiful. This was done at the Jello factory. There's like a lot of downtime on set, so I got permission from Adrian to like periodically like walk away with people and film stuff.
Cool.
Second, we'll pop it up here. This is slow, so give me a second here. All right, here we go.
No worries.
Oh wow.
It's the Jello factory.
I remember. Oh, that is so cool. Oh wow, that was so cool.
I love it.
I'm very interested in seeing this, Olivia.
Yeah, me too.
It's long and confusing. It'll hopefully eventually be done. I have a few more scenes to film. Some of the scenes, like I said I'll fix it in post like way too many times, and like
yeah,
it added up because there's like a lot of green screen in it, and there's some light claymation, and so like I still have like a couple scenes left to film, and then it's mostly editing for that one. Yeah.
What are your plans to do with it after you finish editing it?
Well, so I unexpectedly got a couple of distribution deals about it. So like I didn't So when I was making my first movie, I asked if anybody wanted to be in like a focus group, aka a Facebook chat room, where I sent them clips and they told me what they thought. And I didn't realize that one of the people who had said yes actually had his own distribution company.
wow.
So because I originally wasn't trying to get it distributed. But then he messaged me out of the blue a couple years ago, and he was like, "Hey, like, what's happening with your movies?" And I was like, "Why? You know, I'm just making stuff." I was like, "Do you want to like be in them?" And he was like, "Oh no, like I'm a distributor." And I was like, "I'm really sorry. Like I didn't know that I was doing that to you." So like, yeah, so I am sending those to him. I'm working on making a super extended director cut. So for each distributor that I send my movies to, I give them like the standard cut, and then they get a different director's cut, so that the movie still has like value to people who might want it, you know, with like different scenes. So like I've just finished up his special director's cut, and then there's another distributor that I'm working on their special director's cut, where there was a scene that I had in there that I have to remove because like the actors in retrospect were not comfortable with it. And so I would rather, you know, respect their comfort. So there's been like some delays in that way, where they just like with the way like politics is changing, they just felt like nervous. It wasn't like anything like scary happened on the set. But yeah, so I guess I send them out to small distributors. One of them was in like Terrible Fest in Canada.
Oh wow.
With my buddy Adam. I love Adam. He's such a sweetheart. So he and I are actually working on a movie where we're filming it partially in Canada and partially here. And that's called Crusade of the Phantom Brain, which exists because of actually Addison and Adam. I showed like a picture on Facebook for my memories of me like dissecting a brain. And they were like, you should make a movie about this. Cause like, I was like, I can't make a movie about a brain. And then we came up with a really stupid idea. And I was like, all right. I was like 3 likes and I'll do it. So,
they didn't really have to twist your arm too much if it was 3 likes and you'll do it.
Yeah. Like I love making movies. It's just a lot of fun. So like, when there's like, you know, like fringe distributors who are like, hey, I want that. I'm like, oh yeah, like you can take it. But I guess mostly I see them kind of as like a fun memory for my friends and I to have that surprisingly people liked. Like, not that like I love my friends and they're very talented, but like, you know, like I literally the scripts just kept falling apart. So I actually improvise my movies because like whatever I try to write just doesn't happen. So like for the first movie, I was just like, hey guys, my printer was broken again. So these are the lines, but I was just making it up, you know? So like, I was very surprised that anybody wanted to distribute it. So I guess I'm just kind of throwing them out to whoever wants them, but I'm not, you know, like my goal in life isn't to be a director because I'm already a director. Like my goal isn't to be like Martin Scorsese because I know that I could never come close. But I think it's a lot of fun. So I do it because I love it, and then I act in other people's movies because I love it, and then I make props and shit because I love it, and I think that art, you know, it's important. So like art is really good for like the soul, and it actually releases things like dopamine and serotonin, and it's really good for our mental health. And so movie sets can be really stressful, as you all know. So being able to come onto a set and help somebody have their vision come true, you know, like that is something that I just really personally get a lot out of, you know, because like I do a bunch of different types of art in my spare time, and it's always really satisfying when you finish a piece. So like I like to just help people, and then and then I plan to just professionally help people and then do movies for fun. And yeah,
I think that's a good attitude because you know, if you're doing it for fun, you're probably going to succeed at that part, and then if something else comes out of it, that's a bonus.
Yeah, I mean, or terrifying, terrifying. Todd, you want to be in one of my movies? You got it.
Oh yeah, Todd, we endorse Todd Yeager, Todd Quality Yeager. He's a good man. And you can see I assume you've seen Psychwave 2. You can see a lot of Todd. Well, you can see Todd Yeager.
Yeah, I thought your name sounded familiar.
Yeah,
so
a very memorable scene with Bill. I believe it's Bill's first spanking scene.
Well, Todd, hunt me
which
down
led his
after
way
this.
down to Special Needs Revolt being spanked by Nolan. Opened a whole new world to Bill. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I must say
Well, hunt me down after this, because I'll have you like film something remote, and I can like add bread monsters into it. Because I can just have you in. I can have you be killed by a bread zombie really quick if you'd like.
I will hook you guys together here on.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. Nolan wanted.
What's that?
Nolan.
Nolan.
It is out of the blue. I'm hoping out of this I get an agent or representation.
Yeah.
Because that would open new doors for me and the career that I want to have as an actor.
Right.
I think that you have a bright future, honestly.
I agree. You're great in Special Needs Revolt. I mean, you're the lead of the movie, not to add a lot of pressure to you, but if you don't do a good job, then the movie doesn't work. But you do.
It flops.
Yeah. No, you did a great job. And you and Bill's very good together on camera. And congratulations to you and everybody. Adrian, getting another movie made. That's that's always an amazing feat.
Yeah, thank you.
And I know, Adrian, I've known you for a long time, and I know this is one that you've really had a hard time getting, funding, and it was something you've been trying to make for years. So that's huge that you finally got it together and it's out there and people can see it.
Yeah, thank you. I'm grateful that it finally made. It took 6 years to get made. And then finally, we originally had a producer investor from locally here where I live in Rochester, New York, who said, "Oh, here's $2,000 for starters." And then he ultimately said, "Oh, I can't give you any more money, because blah 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 blah." And so my mom and I made the decision. We finally made the decision as executive producer. Christina did to say, okay, we'll just put our own money into it. We already got money from other people, but even though we don't have what we need from what we raised, we just have to make this movie with our own money from our pockets because we can't let everyone down who we said we were going to make this movie. So. Yeah, it would have been nice if we could have had more investors or more producers involved, but
more money.
And more money, But it's I guess that's just how cookie crumbles, as they say. I mean, but we managed to make a good, decent product. In my opinion,
we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very fun movie, and you all should be proud.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so I'll let you guys go, and you're always welcome back. So we'll talk to you guys down the road, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to Bill. Thanks, Adrian, Nolan. Seeing you guys again, and nice to meet you, Olivia.
Nice to meet you too. We will catch up.
All right,
that's right.
I'm gonna play us out here with the Special Needs Revolt trailer.
Vote for me, and I will make America straight again.
As Munch.
Why are you doing this?
Because no lives matter, biatch.
What the hell is going on in Donville?
Things have changed. You've been in a coma for 3 years. Donald J. Kruger was elected president.
Kruger is president? How did that happen?
The Electoral College, go figure. He's turned our country into a brutal dictatorship, put all the people with disabilities in concentration institutions.
This will be a lot easier if we don't have to splatter your brains all over the place. Just cooperate.
That's officer.
Oh!
Oh!
We have some concentration institutions to liberate. The revolution is now.
Pretty good story, huh?
Karma's a bitch and she's on the rag.
Boom! Ah! All right. Well, thank our guest here for doing the show.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Yes, it was always fun to have Adrian on, Bill on, Nolan for a second time, and it was fun to meet Olivia. I'm really interested in her movie now.
Oh yeah, me too.
It's like, what the hell is this? But no, it's good. So I mentioned this on Facebook, so I'm going to do it here. I'm going to send out the link if anyone wants to chime in for a little bit here. We're going to start doing this every week on the show, so you can stream in. It's kind of last minute, so if you don't want to, the hell with you. No, but if you want to.
Understand.
Yeah. And so while I'm posting this up here, I probably should have done that while we were at break. It probably would have made more sense. So the last, I can't talk a lot about the movie because it's not even, it's being edited. It's probably not even being edited edited right at this moment. But I finished Our Man Funk, principal photography. It's a great experience. Acting with Bill was great. I was very, I can be negative on myself, but I was very proud of the performance as Truett, the main villain.
That's pretty awesome.
Our Man Funk. So it was really good stuff. And the whole cast is amazing. Andrew Peltier, Adam Peltier, sorry, is so good in the movie. All the punks. Billy Coyne, Michael Epstein, Amoria was fantastic. First time I met her. She plays one of the leads in the movie, one of the heroes. Just all around. Jimmy, the DP, did as soon as I was the footage, like it felt it was good, and then I saw it on his camera. And I was like, wow, this guy is something. AJ, a great director. Great actors director. Like, so we're doing the scene, sat me down. He's like, he kind of went over the arc of that scene with me. And I was like, that makes sense, and made it even better. So Michael Epstein came out and added so much to the movie. Really, I think helped make it, happen. Brian Northrop, producer, cast, one of the producers. I don't know, just, I'll forget people, but everyone involved. Really, I think we really made something special, and I'm excited to see it.
That's awesome. That's so
Lynn,
good
the
to
effects girl. Yeah, great. Lynn gave me a bloody nose and maybe some other stuff that I can't talk about. She made an amazing toilet. I think there are
love
some
that
photos
toilet.
out there.
That was amazing.
Yeah, and I sent you a couple pictures. I don't think we should really post online yet because it's kind of spoilery. All right, so I see Todd is backstage, but it says he is not connected to a device. Here he is. Boom! What's up, Todd? Quality Jaeger.
Hey there. I'm trying to get rid of, I don't know. I've got a delay going on here.
Oh,
I think. Am I sounding okay and looking
yeah,
pretty?
you sound fine to me.
Fine.
Sorry about the. It's my computer screen. It's giving me Google eyes, so sorry
No,
about that.
Totally fine.
I'm so
what-
sorry. I loved everything you guys were doing. I'm so excited about the movie now. I need to order it as soon as I can put more money on my PayPal card.
Yeah, Special Needs Revolt, a really fun movie. You can get it on Amazon. If you have Troma Now, you can watch it. You know, it's part of their deal. I think if you go to Troma Now, it's only like $6.99 for a month, but you do get a free like week or whatever. So you could go there, get a free week.
I'm a physical media guy.
All right, get the DVD.
I gotta have that. And I wanted to show this off because
you guys very nice.
I love it.
I'm so proud too that I still tell people that homeschool was it horror homeschool guy said that was his favorite scene. So I'm proud of that. And then I wanted to show because I didn't know which one to wear, so I just threw on my robe and I thought I would.
Oh, that's a nice one too. Yeah, I don't have that shirt myself.
A couple of my managers at work thought this was great, so they ordered it too, and they hadn't even seen the movie. So
I love it.
Yeah,
it's a great design by I believe Sophia designed that. I'm going to say
it's beautiful, and I have the little pin.
I have a few of them. Yeah, and the stickers. I actually have the sticker on my. So here's my thermos. Some of the stickers are coming off like a virus starting to peel off here, but
very good.
Yeah. Bunch of cool ones here, and one this here, this was from a pancake festival at the Brattle Theater. It used to be an annual festival where it was all these independent shorts, and you had to incorporate pancakes in all the shorts.
Wow!
And each year was a different theme, like horror and action. And they also had all-you-can-eat pancakes while you're watching the movies. Unfortunately, it ended during the pandemic and has not returned. I hope it returns at some point.
That's weird that you bring up pancakes because even though the show is silly, I still watch that cartoon, The Great North, on Sunday nights. And they had a whole thing about a sitcom. Well, not a sitcom, but a 90210 type show revolving around this group of boys and their love of pancakes.
It's a universal theme, I guess.
Yeah. It made me think. I don't know. There's some underlying thing going on. I think. Right.
Yeah, it was going on, I think 18 years and I didn't know about it. And then I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to go to this pancake festival. It'll be an annual tradition. And then things got shut down the next year for the pandemic and it has not returned, unfortunately, but maybe down the road it will.
Now, also, I do want to ask, before we've had issues with this expensive microphone not being close enough to me.
No, you sound good.
Yeah, you sound
okay, because I've got it way down here, and I thought, oh no, they're going to say they can't hear me. And
sound perfect.
You sound good.
I just wanted to, come in and say hi because
we're not going to stay
in a while.
Yeah, we have been on for a while. I was off for a few weeks.
I'm kind of envious. I couldn't be there.
It was a very cool experience.
Yeah, apparently, if you guys, apparently my voice maybe. I don't know. You guys haven't done all the post-production or anything.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Because apparently I'm going to be asked to do a voice.
Oh, sweet. That's great. Yeah, I know there's going to be some other stuff done, possibly with me, but I don't know. There's some more stuff that will be done down the road.
I won't spoil it, obviously, but it's just kind of weird because let's just say a scene that my voice was in for Domitiano Cristofora's movie Fallacies is that's the Friday the 13th edition. It's very going to be a similar thing to what my voice will be doing in Funk.
Oh, really?
So apparently I'm going to start getting what's that thing when typecast?
Typecast.
Yeah, apparently when they have me do this thing for Funk, it's going to start a trend, I think, of my voice being utilized for a certain type of scene.
Interesting.
So,
I wanted to mention something that Troy and I are looking forward to see. Something that you have seen is the Toxic Avenger is finally getting released, and it came out today that that they're going to release it unrated, which I think is great.
Well, here's the thing, and I think the movie is amazing, and I've said in my review for you that I'm not really a huge fan of the original. It's fine. I'm not trashing it. I'm just saying I'm not really a huge fan of it. But this one, wow, it was so great. And the thing about this being unrated, I think, is no disrespect to the film. I think it's a little bit hyped because honestly, the substance was 100 times gorier, and that was rated R.
Yeah.
So I don't, this thing about, whoa, it's unrated.
I mean, it worked for like the Terrifier movie.
Yeah,
so
well,
it's
Terrifier was gorier than the substance.
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I don't think this Toxic Avenger is. I think when I saw it, I thought, oh, it's going to be rated R. It really, honestly, not to ruin all the excitement for everyone, but honestly, it's. Yeah, and fine, it'll do great unrated. I'm sure it will. But of course, teenagers let you know, I won't let you in unless you're 17. But it's an amazing movie. I was so lucky to see it at the Arrow in Los Angeles in 2023. So when you see all these things on Facebook of these things promoting it, going new scene from, and it's like new. It's 2 years old, but no, it's good that it's finally getting released. I think another film that Legendary that did they work on Trick or Treat, because this same thing kind of almost happened to Trick or Treat, where it got shelved for 2 years, and
that's a movie that like it always had like people liked it, but it's really grown over the years. It's really good.
God, it's a great movie. I only have issue with one scene in it, but otherwise it's one of my all-time favorites. And this new Toxic Avenger, well, you obviously saw my review because you edited parts together.
Right.
It was just a blast. It was so much fun, and Macon Blair was so cool. I forgot my name because when I was going to go up to get a picture with him in an autograph, he goes, "Hey," and I looked. He goes, "What's your name?" And I just kind of went, But he was
my name tag.
He was so nice. And by the way, Macon and some of the guys from Legendary loved the Hippie Dick shirt.
That makes me very happy.
I think I wore the tie-dye one for that. And they just and of course, Mark Torgel at the Smash premiere was just pointing at me. And so he wanted to know where he could get that shirt. So I'd like to feel that now I'm schmoozing with the stars.
Yeah. Mark's a great guy. He came out for Funk. He was out for a day. He was there for 2 days, but we filmed with them for a day for Funk at the Stardust in Boston, which is an adult store. So there's some pictures of me and Mark with different devices behind us, and
well, you've seen those photos I posted. That was me pretending that I was holding an award.
right.
And it was a giant.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't know, you would think it was some kind of award. And then they were all on the shelves behind me, and some people get it.
Yeah, and there were booths at this establishment, Troy, where you could go and watch movies and enjoy yourself.
Wow, that's kind of a throwback.
And for this new Toxic Avenger, I would say booze would add to the atmosphere. I mean, I don't really drink myself.
I meant booths. I'm sorry.
Oh,
private booths.
Yeah.
Well, booze too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They kind of go hand in hand, I think.
Oh, booze. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I hope he doesn't mind. I won't say his name, but I hope he doesn't mind me telling us. We had pizza at this place, and one of the cast dropped their piece of pizza on the floor in the booth. And then he picked it up and ate it, and everybody was just like, kind of like, I don't think that's really a good thing to do.
Oh, hey, before I forget.
Yeah.
So I'm reminding everybody to check astralplanedrifter.com. because it has now won 4 Best Feature awards.
Oh, sweet. We have to get the director one.
Yeah, and it's screening this month in St. Petersburg and Fort Lauderdale. So speaking of weirdness in Florida, like what the was doing earlier. But next month, it's an official selection at the Ravenhurst Film Festival in Oslo, Norway.
Oh, wow.
That's
and
amazing.
if people keep checking, it's going to be soon in California in Redlands, Glendale, and Downey, and a whole bunch of other places across the country. Mike's traveling with that. So you were talking about getting a movie like Special Needs Revolt and Our Man Funk to do screenings. Mike's been doing really well with that. And so
yeah, you kind of, I think you probably have to hustle to do it, but I think it's something that we've had a few guests on that have done it. Yeah, it's something you can do.
And I am proud to say, because I saw the West Coast premiere in Yucca Valley, which is about 40 miles from me. And I was shocked because at the end of the film, you saw me in, I'll say, my costume, right there on the screen with the wise one, Todd Quality Yeager. And I was like, what? And it just, I got my own, well, I shared the stream with someone else, but Wine Booth Floor Pizza. I'll write a song about that one. That could go along with the song Fancy Crackers in My Pants. So, but yeah, I just everybody go to, and speaking of pizza, because in Astral Plane Drifter, Mike does pick up pizza that's found on the floor of the desert. So there's a theme going on with pizza and pancakes and
floors. Yeah.
But yeah, everybody check out astralplanedrifter.com. The music from the film is on Spotify. I'm pissed because I don't pay for Spotify. I don't know even if you did, but apparently you can't download music off of Spotify. You can just listen to it.
That's true. I don't pay for it either, but yeah, you can.
But the soundtrack is there. And while I want to ask one thing of both of you, since I'm not the tech whiz, you guys were talking about Instagram. Mike had a Q&A thing. Apparently it was the award Lloyd Kaufman was giving him for Astral Plane Drifter at Days of the Dead. And it was on Instagram. So I recreated an account on Instagram to watch the video. And then a few days later, I got an email from Instagram saying I was not using Instagram appropriately and they're suspending my account. And I'm thinking, is that because I was doing it on my computer and not my phone?
I have no idea, because you can use it on either one. So I don't
see. That's the thing. I figured I would watch things on Instagram but not post, because maybe it's because they want me to post. I don't know, but they said I wasn't using the site appropriately, and I thought,
that seems just dumb. Honest, I have no idea.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and I wrote back to them and said, "What's going on?" And they have not written back to me, and I assume my account is suspended. So people, I am not on Instagram. I'm just basically on Facebook and Bear Forest. Oops.
The Ugly Stepsister is coming out soon. We saw it at BUFF, Boston Underground Film Festival. It's coming to Shudder. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. I really highly recommend it.
It's not on Shudder yet?
No, it's coming to Shudder, I believe.
Okay, because there's the other tech question. My Spectrum package says I now have, well, I also have the Zumo
premieres
streaming
tomorrow,
box
actually. It says premieres tomorrow on Shudder.
Well, I have sites like Peacock and AMC Plus for free now with commercials. And someone said that Ugly Stepsister was streaming already. And I thought, well, if maybe AMC Plus has some Shudder titles that I can access, but not all of them. And I desperately want to see that. So,
maybe
if you know, let me know, because I'm still trying to figure this whole streaming thing out. I am not well versed in it.
Same here. Like everything's new to me.
But other than that, I wanted to tell you guys, I know you're fans of animation. Are you familiar with Bill Plimpton? He's famous for Your Face.
Troy is, definitely.
Okay. Well, for Troy, Mutant Aliens, it's from Deaf Crocodile. They kind of broke away from Vinegar Syndrome and have their own now, like TerrorVision did.
Oh, wow.
And on Diabolic DVD, you can get either the I think they still have the deluxe. There's only 1,250 copies, and they do have a standard. But I figured Mutant Aliens, because I have all of his stuff, a couple of them autographed. And I knew that you would be interested in that.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
And while I'm here, I'll promote one more thing. The other Domiziano Cristoforo film that I voiced, Flamentod. It's Death by Fire, basically. Look at this gigantic media book.
Ooh.
Huge book in it with wow. Yeah, and so my voice is the intro. He said, do it like Vincent Price. So I'm, reading this poem in the beginning of the movie like Vincent Price, and then they reprise my voice at the end of the film. And I was shocked too in this one that I got my own separate screen credit. And if you watch the behind the scenes, you can see me reading the lines, recording them for Domiziano. So this one, I think there were only 18 copies left of the entire batch. So,
that's totally badass. I love it.
I love the cover.
Retro Gold 63. This was one of 5 covers. This one, since Retro Gold 63, they sort of did a pun where one was 263 copies, one was 163 copies. This was 63 copies, and I got number 6. But yeah, it's got gold on it. And so if you like extreme cinema, it's very surreal. Oh, by the way, I am the only voice you hear in this movie. Whenever the actors supposedly speak, their lips don't even move sometimes. It's all subtitled.
Oh.
So you can choose your language, and whenever the actors are conveying something, it's in subtitles. But my voice is the only voice in this entire film. So I'm proud, and yes, I'm going to boast.
Oh yeah, that's all you should.
So thank you for your time. Oh, it also won 3 festival awards for best I think best director, best cinematography, and best special effects or something like that. And yeah, so I'm now in, let's see, Astroplane Drifter, Flamenta. I'm in like 4 of Domiziano's films that won Best Feature Awards, and then Astroplane Drifter. So even though I'm living in obscurity and I'm broke as hell,
that's still yep.
Yeah, that's very special.
Cool.
So like I said, Neil, in that one message, tell me where I can find Olivia on Facebook.
I think will.
She's on there. And because I want to insert myself in any way I can into the weirdest things on the face of the earth. And I even joked about how with Bill Whedon, and all the nudity, I told Bill, I said, well, I'm in competition with Bill and Martin W. Payne for being naked in movies.
Yeah, and I'm friends with all 3 of you.
Yeah,
what does that say about me?
Martin,
I have good taste.
I don't know if you had the courage to watch it, but my short film, which I didn't intend it to be official, This Is How, which is on my Vimeo channel, Martin, he just sends me videos of himself and says, what can you do with it? And he's done intros for some of my videos.
I don't know. That sounds like a private thing between you two. I don't know.
No, he sends me these videos and says, well, I get it now. Oh, jeez. If I didn't have rosacea, you'd see me getting red. But no, he would record intros to my, I think I've included it in one of your reviews where he goes, guaranteed Todd quality. and he does some of those naked. And but when he sent me footage, I thought, oh, I know what I can do with this. And that one apparently got noticed a bit. So, hey, maybe one day you'll see me on stage opening an envelope and saying the nominees for Best Actors are.
Excellent.
Either that or, like I said, being the weirdest shit possible.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
We fully endorse that.
Yeah, that's why you're here with us right now.
I like weird. So, and I highly recommend, I will say, if anyone looks at my Vimeo channel, unless you have a login so you can clear the filter settings, because all of my mature titles you can't find in the search otherwise. But I do highly recommend my series of videos, Todd Yeager lying around naked reading fortune cookies.
I approve this.
So that's my promotion. And there you go. And the other, I would say for horror fans, Anora. No, it's not. I bought it.
For movie fans.
Well, honestly, I'm going to say about this, I bought it because it was on sale. I hadn't seen it. And yes, I was entertained, but I'm still kind of baffled as to why everybody is like fawning over
I've
this.
not seen it. Yeah, I've not seen it. So.
Yeah, it's Best Picture. Honestly, for me, I could watch The Substance over and over and over. This one was like watching a bunch of Darias on screen for over 2 hours. Their attitudes are, everybody's mad.
Yeah.
But no, I was entertained, so people don't yell at me. I just don't understand why this was considered the best thing.
I got you.
So, anyway, there you go.
No problem. All right. Well, we're always happy to talk with you, Todd.
Oh, without a doubt. Always.
And let everybody know we're gonna start taking streams on the Thursday show. So if you got anyone wants to zoom in or stream in and talk to us about whatever horror movie, horror games, whatever any kind of movie
UFO.
Stuff. Exactly, like UFO. Is that a game?
No, it's the British series from 1969 that was the precursor to Space 1999.
Nice. I've never seen this.
Oh, go on YouTube, look up UFO opening credits, and you're going to be like, okay, I'm watching all these now.
All right, yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do tonight. That's my
Nothing
thing.
wrong with that.
So we've been talking about this for a while, but we will be launching the campaign for Arbor Day in the coming, weeks or so. But we're going to be working on that. Troy and I will be launching that soon. A lot of people are involved, including Todd over here. And
let me know if you need more. I'm happy to do more.
100%.
I can't get a hold of the guy that shot my scene. He had a really good camera. But you guys know I'll do anything.
Yeah, and we know people out there. Maybe we can work something out. But the we have a campaign. There's going to be a lot of fun perks. The traditional stuff like producer, executive producer, associate producer credits. There'll be some voice roles. There'll actually be roles if you're actually out here. There'll be virtual roles. There's some, I think, some fun stuff that's not, as far as I know, been in other campaigns. There's stuff like T-shirts, all that kind of stuff. But we'll be launching that soon, and hopefully making that in the fall. Michael J. Epstein's going to be coming out to shoot that. AJ Cutler is going to be involved in some ways, so that's very exciting.
All good people.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would kill. Honestly, one day, one of my goals is to be in a Michael and Sophia production.
Oh, they make a lot of stuff in great and very talented.
I'm only 2 hours away or less from Los Angeles. So anybody in Los Angeles, I'm cheap labor, usually free. Just pay for my gas.
Yeah, and they're both good. They're both really. That's how I got involved in movie stuff. Is through Michael and Sophia. Great people, very giving with their time, very supportive of other people's stuff. Really, and just all around good people. And they're kind of talented too, I guess. But,
well, I would also say for one of the, I think the lesser known ones, Bill now says he's got to get the Blu-ray. They did a short for a compilation that Demiziano was in as well called Seven Sins.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that with Mike? You see a lot of Michael, I believe, in this one.
You do see a lot of Michael in it.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Michael, hot.
We'll let him know.
It's one of, I told Michael at the Smash premiere, I said, that was so bold and it was so like you didn't know what to expect. And the way it just all came out, I was like so impressed because it was just like nothing you've ever seen. And like I said, and yes, the bonus, lots of Michael. So, but Seven Sins, Dark Side releasing out of Canada, and which actually, another fun little thing. They released Jason Impey's Tortured 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, of which my short, This Is How, was included as an extra. So I'm in a Dark Side releasing as an extra. I'm proud of that. But Seven Sins, everybody. Yes.
Yeah. I noticed Troy's wearing one of the Without Your Head B-movie monster shirts. I need to re-release those so people can get them.
Listen, I've been, and I will tell you, that when I'm at work, I always have a stack of Blu-rays and DVDs nearby. depending on what movie people are coming to see, I'll say, when you get home, you need to see. So for like for Sinners, I'm telling them to see Ghosts of the Ozarks.
Okay.
And
I'm
with
not
Tim
sure. I
Blake
think I've
Nelson.
seen that.
Oh, it's going to remind you of another director's famous movie, but I won't reveal it because then it blows it. And plus, each film has its own reason for its reveal. But I also then, for people that I know are totally hip, that they're cool and they're open-minded, I show them the hippie dick shirt and the sirloin thing, and I tell them about Without Your Head. All this, they're like, oh my God, they're like, what? He has all those. So
yeah, I need to make some more flyers, some new flyers. For
I'm promoting your stuff quite heavily, especially.
I appreciate that.
I love it when I had a woman the last week and just say, hippie dick. That's so random. I must have one. So I'm doing my deal promoting.
Yeah. And AJ and I will be getting together, and we're gonna create a Without Your Head Discord. I don't really know anything about Discord, but it's what the young people like. I know Dave Deadman here is a big fan, so we're gonna create a Discord.
Honestly, you're gonna have to enlighten me. I have no idea. What's a Discord?
It's like it's a social media kind of thing, but with from understand it's more interactive. There's also like no censorship. It's kind of more of like the old message board days, like when we started the show.
Oh, okay. See, I guess
I enjoyed those.
Yeah,
I'm old.
I know people that don't really like Facebook or different social. So we're gonna launch that, and we're also gonna make it not only Without Your Head, but it's also gonna be a place that we hope independent filmmakers can talk to each other and share their stuff. Is the hopes for that? So.
Well, I hope you guys stay on Facebook because
we'll be here too. Yeah.
If it was, I mean, as evil as some connections are with it, we
wouldn't have met a lot of people without.
Oh, exactly.
Facebook, so,
without it, I would not have been where I am today and being like a part of y'all's family.
Yeah.
And it's so I'm grateful for that. And as like you said, there's a certain store that I think is evil, but I have to shop there because it's all I can afford.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. I agree.
So no, honestly, so I don't, as I've told people honestly, I don't do Instagram because I don't know what the heck they did to me. And I'm not a Snapchat, not a TikTok guy. This is basically
I was on Snapchat for like a minute. A friend of the show was like, "Oh, you're gonna get on Snapchat," and I went on there. I was like, "Why do I want to be on this?" And then I deleted the.
How do people have the time
to do all those things? I don't know.
My God, yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of free time, honestly.
Yeah, I wish I had more time to do a lot of the stuff I'd like to do, but yeah.
And it's like I'm behind. I got to get your Halloween Town review done. I'm really looking forward to that. It's probably not going to be a long one. Yeah, right. And then, but no, it's just I'm having so much fun with all this. But yeah, Facebook is basically it. And when you guys are doing this, and so just everybody keep me in the loop because I feel there's so many people in Los Angeles that are connected with y'all, but I'm from St. Louis. That's why I'm saying y'all. I don't but I'm like, hey everybody, and there's one filmmaker I won't mention who shoots stuff down here all the time, yet has never bothered to even ask me to be an extra. I'm kind of like, what's with that?
Yeah.
But I will, anybody out there, just give me a holler. I love to be a part of everything. And I'm so envious I wasn't a part of Special Needs Revolt. That seemed like I would have fit in so well.
Yeah. I was shot in Rochester, I think. So
looking forward to more. So yeah, thanks guys, because I don't know what I would have done without you.
Yeah, no, we love you, part of the Without Your Head family.
Yep, absolutely.
We love Todd.
God, I look so red. Look at that.
So I also want to mention, so I enjoy doing the live streams. Troy enjoys doing these with me. So I'm going to do some more live streams throughout the week, depending on if guests pop up or whatever. People always like to be on the show. So cool by me.
It's always good to see people.
Yeah. So this Saturday, I will be joined by Jonna Hodge and Sam Hodge of Redhead and the upcoming Redhead 2 Deadhead. That'll be this Saturday. You can see that movie on the B Stream. That's at thebstream.com. and can join that and use the Without Your Head promo code No Head to get a discount. They've got all kinds of classic B movies, cult movies. They have current festival favorites and a lot of current weird independent
Everybody
films.
join now, and I'll send you a Shannon Doherty pencil topper.
Hell yeah, perfect.
No, this is the only one, so no.
But you'll show it to people.
I love showing it to people. Look at this. It even oh, here it is. It opens. I don't know what you would put in it.
You keep your secret things in there.
Secret things, yes. But isn't that just the greatest thing ever?
I love it, yeah.
I love it too.
Anything you'd like to share, Mr. Jones, Mr. Terrible One? Before we head on out.
If anybody hasn't seen Sinners, go see it, because that's been like my favorite movie this year.
You guys know I liked it. You know I liked it, but I was just I'm not jumping on the bandwagon where it's like The Second Coming.
I loved it. I went to see it. Actually, I had a day off during the Funk, and so I went to see it on the giant. It was at a theater only showed IMAX, and I couldn't believe it was packed. It was sold out, and they made us like get in. They're like, don't leave any empty. It was literally sold out.
Wow!
I'd never been at a movie recently. It was sold out like that, and it was so many people. It was a really cool experience. Everyone stayed the whole movie and they clapped at the end.
They
and
stayed through the extra scenes.
Yeah. And it was a really cool experience. And then I went to see it again with Troy and our mom, and I loved it again. And it was cool to see with everybody.
I probably
not
won't
as a packed
buy
theater,
the Blu-ray. I probably won't buy the Blu-ray, but I did enjoy it. I'm you know me, I'm kind of weirdly picky, but I will recommend to everyone and this is, I'm showing them the copies as people come through. I'm like, when you get home, you got to see Ghosts of the Ozarks. And then best vampire movie ever made was Near Dark. And then
a great one.
So David Cronenberg has a role in this other one I'll mention that I know I told you, but people need to see Blood and Donuts.
Oh yeah.
From 1995. So those are the ones I recommend for people who are coming to see Sinners. And especially Ghosts of the Ozarks.
And probably check out like Anne Rice stuff too. Like if you like that, like check out Interview with the Vampire, like the series I love so much.
Well, the series was I actually like the series better than the movie. I think
I do too. I really do.
The movie was a little too sanitized. Because let's face it, if it were two female vampires, they would have had at least 3 sex scenes.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I read the book recently. Or listening to the audiobook, and it's I really like the movie, but I had not read the book before that, and there's a lot of stuff that would probably be hard to shoot like for a movie.
But like I said, it's just that's why I always got annoyed with the Jess Franco and the whole lesbian vampire thing, because 2 guys, they barely will shake each other's hands, but get 2 gals in there, it's the hunger. So I'm just a little about that, because I think it's it's 2025. Let's sort of like give everything a go instead of just focusing on the female stuff. So.
Blood and Donuts is
dope. Yay!
Have you checked out the series, Neil?
No, I never watched it. I should watch it.
There were only two seasons. There's only 2 seasons.
I'm hoping they do like a Lestat in the future. I'd love to see that.
Troy, did you like how they ended it? The series?
I did. I really did. I like even the subtle changes. I know, like Anne Rice gave the thumbs up before she died, and like I thought they did a really great job.
Yeah, it kind of. Some people said, well, it kind of left you hanging for further adventures, but honestly, I think if they stopped it where it was at, it kind of puts a
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Why ruin a good thing?
And
it's
whoever
like
that dude is they got as Lestat is like just one sexy son of a bitch. I just
he kind of reminded me a little in Brad Pitt in a way.
I could see that.
Hair on him.
Yep.
And it's like I like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's like what they're gonna with the new. Apparently, I heard that their 20th Century Fox is putting out a new logo for the re-release of Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I'm like, If it ain't yeah, they said a new
That's like
and
one
a
of the
new
most
logo.
iconic logos.
I know. No, it said new logo, and I'm like, oh no, why fuck that up?
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so I'm wondering, they haven't said what that is, but on all the Facebook things I've seen for it, it says and a new logo. And I'm like, that like upsets me. It
I
doesn't.
mean, that's a movie that probably plays every weekend somewhere in the country at least once. And like you see the logo, everyone knows what it is. Like,
if
let's
the
make a new
Rolling
one.
Stones got a new logo
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
like, well, what are you
Oh,
doing?
no. Well, here's the other thing too. Anybody in the Los Angeles area, I wish I could go, but I've asked off too many times to attend events. The 31st, I believe, at the New Beverly in Los Angeles is the Apple.
Oh, wow.
And I would kill to see that on a big screen. A friend of mine put together the festival cut of that in 2006. And when it went to screen somewhere, apparently somebody switched and sent, I don't know, they didn't get the festival print back. They got the theatrical cut. So now the festival cut is out there, but nobody knows where it is. And I am so pissed off. So, but the Apple, the end of this month in Los Angeles, I would kill to see that. But if anybody wants to, drive me up there, because I don't like driving distance, I'm willing to go. So,
Well, yeah,
anyway,
that's about all I got. Except for if you want to go see Thunderbolts, go see.
Is it that good?
No, it's
you
terrible.
See? No, it's terrible. Okay,
Yeah,
we hate
it was bad.
And Troy's a big MCU fan.
Yeah,
and
I was so geeked about this one. I thought it was going to be real good.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything while I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't want to burst Troy's bubble because he probably likes this, but I was like bored out of my mind. And then Troy turns to me, he's like, "This is really boring."
What's
I'm
Julia
like,
Louise Dreyfus doing in it? I was
not
walking
good.
In, and I was like, "What's she doing?" I love her, but I was shocked.
Yeah, I like her too. But
honestly,
I think the only thing I really liked was the Red Guardian, the guy from Stranger Things. What's his name?
I was going to say, I'll see
David Harbour's great.
Yeah, he's honestly the best part of it.
Anything that he's in, I will watch a movie of him brushing his teeth for an hour and a half.
He's very entertaining.
He and Florence Pugh were the highlights.
Yeah, she's good in it, and everything is so. It's a really dark movie for some reason. I don't mean like dark tones. Like it's just dark. Like you can't really see a lot of it, and it's
not a lot of production value either. Like
no,
I'm just tired of superhero movies in general. I'm just tired of those.
Almost everyone's just dressed in black except for the Red Guardian. It seems like one of the Snyder movies where everything's just gloomy and dreary. But then they have like they have like the weird comedy in it that doesn't really mix with any of the rest of the movie. It's not good.
I will recommend, and this is actually what I've been recommending to people seeing Thunderbolts. I said, if you want to see something that will be more entertaining and actually, you'll just want to see again, the specials. Rob Lowe, Jamie Kennedy, James Gunn, and James Gunn wrote it.
Oh, I'm a big Gunn fan, so
Oh, the specials. It's from 2000. It's about a bunch of has-been superheroes and their life is miserable. The tagline is, they're not incredible, they're just special. So I'm shocked you guys haven't seen it.
Yeah, I may have seen it at the time. I don't remember it.
The specials from 2000. I highly recommend everybody go see that or stream it or whatever. I of course have it on Blu-ray and the old Anchor Bay DVD. So it's worthy. So yeah, if you're doubtful about Thunderbolts, just watch the specials and you'll forget.
Yeah, I was not a fan. I posted about it. I will say Robert L. Wilson says he absolutely loved it, and Dean Windows says it's a cracking film. But
I'll be back in 3 seconds.
Well, I think we're probably going to wrap up here, but we'll see. We'll see what he's bringing back, and then we will play us out with the new trailer for Redhead 2 from our guest that will be coming on this Saturday. And I've got some other people lined up. I don't think I have a guest for next week lined up, but we will remedy that.
I like Mystery Men too.
Oh yeah, Mystery Men's fun.
I have the Blu-ray in my bag, but there's the old DVD.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
The Blu-ray has completely different artwork. But that one I had to throw. And then of course, for your Blood and Donuts line.
Yes.
But there you go.
All right. So follow Todd Yeager. He's on Facebook. He's on not Venmo. Is it Venmo? No, Venmo's where you pay people.
I'll create a Venmo if you want to send me money.
Yeah,
I don't know how
somebody
that
wants
works.
to send you some cake, do it, you know?
Facebook, and I'm Todd Yeager on Vimeo.
Vimeo.
And I have like over 540 videos now.
Nice.
And
That's
a
awesome.
lot of them are sassy. I'm just warning you, you're going to see a lot more of me than you do Bill. But
I saw a lot of Bill.
Well, I forgot also, I wanted to add, when we were on the set for Psycho Ape 2, you were sitting outside with Annabelle and that, but I remember
they wanted a close set, I think, for the
I came outside to get my box of leather gear, and I was wearing my leather jock with the strap that went up the crack. And I came outside. I didn't realize, oh, they're going to see my ass when I walk outside. So I think Annabelle saw it, but it was funny because I was trying to strap there's a loop on the side. I was trying to tighten it and I couldn't get it done. So Heather Harlow knelt down beside me. So her face is right next to my ass and she's trying to strap the thing on. And it was just fun because I didn't think about it. There's, Dolores and there's Philip Proctor and Bill and
I think most people on movie sets aren't going to think too much.
So that's why I just thought it was so fun because I just felt like who cares?
Yeah.
So, thank you all for making me feel, so comfortable with everything. So that's sweet.
All right. So until this Saturday, actually, this is Nasty Neil.
This is Terrible Troy.
Todd Quality Yeager whenever.
And this is without
your
Ed.
So that we are clear, you will do what I say. You will take innocent blood. Evil deeds are already coming this way. I tried to give you a new life, and you just wouldn't take it. I gave you the strength to take charge of yourself, to take vengeance without consequence. Like all whores, you wasted your power over a dog. Do you yearn for the sweet agony?
Ryan, don't feel sorry for me. I've already been to hell. Now, you're gonna find out what it's like.
Didn't think I'd be seeing you again.
Stop doing this tonight.
Asmodeus and Lucifer had to deal with you.
What you're doing? Not talk to the dead.
Well, you little bitch.
Oh, crap.
I don't belong to anyone.
This is the post-credit scene of Without Your Head, just like those Marvel movies, just like Sinners, which I highly recommend no matter what Todd says. I think it's one of the best movies of modern time, probably the best movie of this year that I've seen. I highly recommend it. I would see it multiple times. Go see it. But I'm here to tell you folks one last thing, and that is simple. Hit the like button. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Hit that little bell icon so you get a notification every time we go live. And if you would like to help support the channel, become a member. It starts only $3 a month. There's different tiers. The top tier, you can get IMDb credits for helping produce the show. That's pretty sweet. How many shows offer IMDb credits? We do here at Without Your Head. It costs a lot of money to run this show, and we enjoy doing it. So we're going to keep doing it. Don't feel like, oh my God, if I don't give money, the show's going to end. Nothing like that. But if you would like to help support the show, become a member. You get some cool perks. You'll get early access to interviews at some points. You'll get to use cool little emojis and a lot of other deals. So help us out. It's only $3 a month. I mean, you can also gift memberships. You can do all that stuff. So, but subscribe, hit the like button. All that's free. Share this out to your friends, your enemies, your relatives, your pets. Share it wherever. Share it on your Facebook, your X, your MySpace, your Grindr. Just share it out to everybody in the known universe and leave some comments. Make them nice, and it'll make Terrible Troy very happy. All right, we will be back. Don't forget Arbor Day. The crowdfunder will be coming soon. I promise you. And hopefully we get to make it. I know I should just say we're going to make it. We're going to make it, people. We're going to make Arbor Day. All right, I'm getting out of here. I'm Ian Funk. It's a good time. Very proud of being part of Bill Wheaton's passion project. My friend AJ Cutler's first feature film directorial debut. Michael Epstein, another close friend of mine, and everyone involved. Brian Northrup, Jimmy Scanlon. Boom. All right, I'm out of here, folks. Good night. We'll be back Saturday. Keep your eyes peeled because you never know when we might go live here at Without Your Head. Good night, buddies, pals, amigos, compadres.